Previously on Rise of the Runelords. The heroes of Sandpoint continued their quest toward the stronghold of the nefarious Yeatrix, torturer of sorcerers. Their goal? Team bonding via theft of a locked book from her vault to deliver to the kindly crime syndicate, the Good Neighbors. The group formulated a plan to sneak into the fort through the sewers, while Grelda received a special formulae from Diranor to make her hair the most luscious in all the land. That, or the greenest and the most fallen out in all the land, depending on use. Once at the fort, Icky took to the skies in search of the sewer entrance. However, as per usual, Geisen's familiar Ollivander outbirded the winged monk by discovering the sewer entrance. Ascending the foul sewer tunnel, the party emerged into a cell block with a single occupant. A sultry lady in crimson with a matching kitty crossing her shoulders. The prisoner, Mary Greymalkin, led our heroes through a secret passage leading to Yeatrix's lavish bedchamber. In a shocking departure from the norm, the party looted everything of value from the room. Attentions then turned towards sneaking to the fort marshal's room to see about finding a key to deactivate the magical barrier protecting the vault. Finding the marshal sleeping, Tannen had Mary cast a net of silence over the area as Icky leapt into the room, striking deftly at the sleeping man. However, rather than knocking him out, as was his intent, Icky succeeded only in clawing the marshal awake. Will our heroes be able to keep their raid a sneaky secret, or will the alarm be raised and the wrath of the resident wizard Fidizir be brought to bear? Will Geisen be able to peek in the locked book? Will Icky ever learn grace? Will Sanishi ever kill another goblin again? Find out today as our adventure continues.
Just rolled initiative when we stopped last time. So we will pick up right in the middle of the battle.
Can we roll initiative again, please?
That's a negative, sir.
Okay. I thought I'd check.
Oh, you can check. And
I thought you were going.
No.
I thought you were going to do something nice for us this time. That's just why I asked.
Why? What would ever make you think that?
Didn't you say something about doing a nice thing? Because...
No, that was Lars.
Oh.
That never happened.
Yeah, I didn't.
We should know better.
Yeah, you should. Come on.
Who's no name?
What?
Who's no name?
Mary. Mary Greymalkin.
Wait, why is she no name?
Because I don't want her to have a name.
Hater.
No, just because I don't think I turned on her nameplate for you guys.
Pop, 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 pop.
Maybe it means that's not actually her name.
It's probably not her name.
She's a spy.
There we go.
Oh.
Like I said, I just didn't turn on for you guys. Alright, so you had gone into the room. Icky had jumped up and clawed the guy in the face. He woke up, rolled initiative, and since he rolled the lowest initiative, he is surprised. So he can't take an action or a reaction until his turn comes up. And he is also prone. So any attacks, any melee attacks against him will have advantage. Any ranged attacks against him will have disadvantage because he is prone. And that's just the way it works.
Okay.
Did Icky do some damage?
He did 10 points of damage because he got an automatic crit. Which for his claw ended up being 10.
And did Icky get an idea of how much that 10 damage seemed to damage him?
Not particularly, because the guy just woke up. He does not look on the edge of death. We'll put it that way. So then we will start right off with Tarnan.
Mm-hmm. I'll be with you in about an hour.
Oh, right, my character sheet. I'm like, I'm all secret within the hero sheet.
I don't know what's going on.
Pretty cool.
Heard a bird.
Heard a bird. Heard a bird.
So I have decided I didn't put any music on the back of that, but when I actually put this video together, I'm gonna put music because I watched it today and I was like, shit, I forgot music.
Shit. Action attacks. Okay. Damn it, I thought I had. I had a plan of action a week ago.
And you forgot it?
Yeah, and I thought I wrote it down, and apparently I wrote it down and didn't save it. So.
That sounds like a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Good sir.
I guess I move forward and beat him about the head and face.
So you are also going to hop up on the bed. Because currently Icky is basically standing over him on the bed. So the bed would be about these 4 squares right here. So you can hop up on the bed.
So is it acrobatics to actually try to grapple him and hold him in a position?
Grapple is a strength check. Which, since he's surprised, I would give you advantage on, but to grapple is strength versus strength.
So is he still on the bed?
Yes, he is still laying down under the covers. He just got punched in the face and woke up. And that is where we're at. So Icky's basically standing over this marshal that has just opened his eyes after being socked in the jaw.
Fucking Icky.
That's the only way I can restrain him is with a grapple?
Non-magically, yes. There are magic ways to restrain, but if you are just trying to like grab him and keep him from moving, it's a grapple, which would be strength versus strength. A contested strength check.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Like I said, because he is surprised, I would give you advantage on the contested strength check, but
Nope.
it would still be contested because he'd still be able to try
No,
and get
Tana
out.
doesn't want to do anything with strength. Tana wants to do something with acrobatics or dexterity or something to, I mean...
To punchy? Or
Sleight
you
of
can...
hand him asleep.
In the real world! My strength doesn't have a hell of a lot to do with when I'm putting someone into a chokehold or holding them to... It's a technique. It's a choke.
Yes, but Dungeons & Dragons is
I got it.
a close approximation of real
Yeah,
combat.
just sleight of hand. Just steal his consciousness.
If I roll
Can
a
I
thir- if
pull
I
his
roll a
soul
30,
from his body?
If I roll a 30, can I do that?
I don't think so.
I can get a 29 right now. I can actually get up to a 29, but
Really?
I can't get a 30. I mean, no, I can only get a 12. Don't ever ask me to do more than 12.
Oh, I'll never ask you to do more than anything. You just won't succeed.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But in D&D, you can always
Got
choose to do non-lethal damage. No matter what weapon you're using, you can always. So, like, when he gets, if somebody were to do a blow that would normally kill him, you can specifically say, like, non-lethal damage,
Okay,
and it'll
I'm
just knock
doing-
him unconscious.
I'm
I was
trying to
thinking
knock
about
him
that for
unconscious.
Sanishi.
Yeah.
I'm like, do we really have to convince
So you're gonna
her to
hop him on the
not?
bed
It's
and
like,
attack him?
Yeah, flat of the blade or whatever.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to worry about that until it comes to the
Okay.
actual death part.
I'm attempting to knock him.
Okay, so you have advantage since if you get up on the bed, he is prone, so you have advantage on attacks versus
Well, I
prone
got advantage
creatures.
anyway because he's within 5 feet,
Yeah.
which means it's gonna be
A sneak attack if you hit. That is correct.
15 plus. I got over 20. Is that gonna hit or do I need to count it out? Oh, I might have to count it out. Let's see again.
Nope, that hits.
Okay. So it's gonna be.
All the sneaking.
Hold on. Oh my gosh! It's like we haven't played in a month. Or
We have
fought.
played in a month. It's like we
Oh,
haven't done
fuck.
combat in a month.
Yeah.
The last 3 sessions have been almost exclusively RP.
Wow.
We have not done combat since you guys fought all of those goblins in the bottom floor or the second floor of Thistletop. That's the last time we did
2
combat.
of those, 1 of those, and that's it. Okay.
I just got an email with the subject, "Are you a healthy pooper?"
Okay.
Okay, Cooper.
I'm sorry, I needed to share it.
I don't know.
5,
Are you a healthy Cooper?
12,
Now I'm questioning it.
16. 16 points. Go to sleep damage.
16 points.
Yeah.
All right.
Claw.
Tarnin, as soon as Iggy pops him in the face, and you see his eyes open. Tarnan follows quickly by jumping on the bed, flipping his dagger around, and you sock him in the face. You can hear his nose break, and you can see blood start to come down his nose.
No, here. Here.
Okay.
Because I want him to be able to speak. We need the word. We need to be able to understand the word that comes out of his mouth.
Well, if you do get him down, he will be knocked unconscious. Like, that's how non-lethal damage works, just so you know.
Okay.
But silently, because there is a silence spell cast. So
He
there's
screams.
no noise as Tarnan pops up on the bed, flips his dagger around.
Well, there
and
wasn't
right in the
gonna be
forehead,
noise
you get a
anyway.
cut, and it does start to bleed, and his mouth opens in a silent noise that you can't make out.
Silent noise.
Silent noise.
Okay.
So he's still awake.
He is still going.
It's okay, buddy.
It's okay, they won't die yet.
Wait for it.
Turn.
And it's, I didn't use all my movement to get up there, right? So I got a bonus action still, yeah?
Yes.
I will use my offhand attack.
Alright.
It's not your place.
Wow.
It's not your place. 19 and 6 is a lot. It's 25. 4 is 8.
Alright, you did hit regardless of, but I believe if you don't have the duelist ability, your offhand attack doesn't get your bonus. Doesn't get your modifier, I believe, because I don't think you have... I'm trying to remember.
Okay, so 19.
No, you still hit. I'm just
Still
for
hits?
future reference.
Right, I'm just going to follow up on that.
Okay. If you find that I'm wrong, tell me. Okay, so how much was the damage?
8.
8. Alright. So you pop him in the forehead really quick, and then you hit him right across the face. So you see a little blood trickle, and then
More noise.
spit and blood comes out of his mouth as his head jerks to the side with the hit.
More non-noise, more non-noise,
More non-noise. It is almost unnerving how none of what you're doing is making any noise. The crackle from the fire in the corner that you had heard when you opened the door,
Doesn't exist.
it doesn't exist. It is unnerving. The just lack of sound. Complete lack of sound. Alright, anything else you would like to do, Tarnan?
Nope, that'll do it.
Geisen!
Actually, can I step back 5 feet so I can get out of the way?
You can, actually.
Okay, I will do that.
And since he is surprised, he does not have a reaction, so he cannot take
That was
an
kind
attack of opportunity.
Kind of the point.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Alright, then, Geisen, you're up.
So if there's no sound, can I do spells that have a vocal thing? No?
No.
Shit.
Again, as far as I am aware, anything that requires a vocal element actually has to produce. It can be a whisper, but it has to be some kind of vocal sound. So you have to do a somatic or... I forgot what the other kind is.
Yeah,
There's 3.
M? There's V, S, and M. I don't know what the M is.
Vocal, somatic, and... The
Material.
M is hand. Yeah, material, thank you.
Well...
So yeah, you can't do any vocal spells. You can do somatic, which is hand movement, and M, which is material, but you can't do anything that requires a vocal component.
And when it has 2 on there, it's not
It's
like
both of them.
choose one, it's both, right? Okay. So every one of
So
these
if it's
spells...
V and S, it would be vocal and hand movement.
Is the sound bubble this entire room?
She has a 20-foot sphere, so it hits the majority of the room. Yes. I mean, there might be a couple of inches in the corners that don't hit, but it is a 20-foot circle. She put it right in the middle of the room, so.
So if I went to a corner of the room, I might be able to find a spot that's not...
You can certainly try.
probably go out of the
Thanks,
room,
Matt.
too.
You're welcome.
And can I move... I don't remember. Can I move through a square with a person in it?
As long as they're an ally,
there?
yes. You cannot move through a square with an adversary, but an ally you can.
Okay. And what is that in the bottom left corner?
The bottom left corner, that is a fireplace. And then in the northwest corner is a writing desk, and then in the northeast corner is the bed with the marshal. Those are really the only things that you saw immediately entering the room.
Okay. So I'll take one step south and try to find a spot that isn't deadened.
Give me an investigation check.
Wait, is that gonna act as an action?
What was that?
Is that his action?
That would be your action, yes.
Oh, well,
Well, I
might as
mean,
well,
Yeah.
Okay.
because I can't do anything, basically.
Smack me.
Just beat him with
Why
your
don't you
bourbon
have your
bowl.
owl claw him?
Beat him with your
Is
bourbon
that
bowl.
okay? Claw. He can show you up on all the searches, but he can't attack.
Yeah. Fucking bird.
Oh, you can help me with my searching?
Or beat him with your bourbon bowl.
He can do a help action, so yeah.
Can I have him do that then?
Huh?
Good, because I rolled really well. Oh, it's actually not what I thought it was. That's
Oh,
good.
okay, alright, cool. It's a 7. Just worried for a moment there. So I just like the line. I'm like, oh, buddy.
No, I mean, you have to remember...
14.
14. You have to remember there is, by rules is written, there is no critical successes or critical failures on skill checks. Those only go for attacks. Technically, as rules is written, you cannot critically succeed or fail. So a 20 doesn't automatically mean you succeed on skill checks. So, what was that? I'm sorry. What number was that?
14.
14? Alright, so you go in the corner and you continue to move and you... Yes?
You got it backwards. I get my bonus to hit, but not the bonus to damage, so I did that wrong. So I got the bonus to hit.
Oh, on the offhand? So you
Correct.
don't get the... Okay, so how much
he
damage
should-
was that
He
altogether?
should get 4 hit points returned.
4 hit points return. Thank you for double checking on that.
Absolutely, sir.
So I knew... Okay, yeah, I got it backwards. It was one or the other. Alright, so you go into the corner, and... I mean, this all is going on, so it's kind of hectic, but out of the corner of your eyes, you all see Geisen kind of go up in the corner. He puts his hands in the corner, and he's just like, his face goes closer and closer and closer to the corner of the wall, and you don't end up hearing it. Like, you're screaming, but nothing's coming out, and you get to the point where your nose is touching the corner, and you're not able to find
Please
it.
tell me you're not really screaming.
He's doing whatever he needs to do to make noise to try and hear it, but you're not able to find
But in a
any...
perfectly silent room,
purchase.
he doesn't have to stick his face in anything. All he's got to do is go...
You can try. I think it's more funny to do it the other way. But,
I guess.
but no, you are unable to find any part where you can hear in the corner.
Alright, I guess that's my turn.
Alright. Then Mary,
Bye.
since she is currently the only one outside, she is going to step in and over to the other door. She's going to put her ear up against it. And as she came in, she is going to close the door behind her. And that is her turn. So Sanishi is going to be next.
So, I assume Sanishi is always carrying her axes.
Yes.
Okay.
It is a free action to either unsheath or sheath your weapons.
Okay.
Either or not. So she can, I mean, as a free action, she can pull
Alright,
out her
well,
axes.
so like real quick, like, what do we think? Like, what would Sanishi be doing? I would like the group's opinion on this. As we're sneaking around, does she have her axes out, or are they holstered?
I think she'd have them out.
I think so too.
I could absolutely see her
Yep.
just be walking with them, just praying and hoping that she sees something that vaguely resembles a goblin so she can point it out to target.
So,
By throwing
Grelda,
her axe at it first.
Sanishi, axes in hands, looks over at Tarnin and says, "Is he goblin enough?" Now, of course, she doesn't realize that we can't hear that, but so she says. So, Sanishi runs up to the marshal.
Okay. So she hops up. Oh,
Yeah, but
hops
that's
up on
not
bed.
this. I don't need this for.
Read lips.
And goes in for a slash with her hand axe.
A slash? What? Damage?
Damage.
Oh, man.
So that's.
Hey, Sean, did you watch the episode? Did I actually tell everybody we want to keep him alive? Last episode.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
I believe so.
Okay.
I think you said the purpose was just to see if you could get the password.
Okay.
Okay.
So I believe it was made known to everybody
Okay.
that the goal is not to kill him. As well as you had made reference to it previously that as little death as possible was to
right,
so
right.
I would assume Sanishi would know that.
Okay, so she goes in, she goes in ready for the swing. Right as she's about to bring it down, flips it to the back of the axe and rolls a 16.
16? That hit.
All right, so that's 1d6 plus 5. 9.
9? Alright.
9.
And she dual wit, so she can go in for the second.
Yep, and then she gets
attack now.
both the bonus 2 hit and the bonus damage since she has the duelist, the two-handed fighting.
Okay, so it's pretty much
It's
just
the same thing.
same roll that I just did. All right, cool. Less good, 9.
To hit?
Uh-huh.
She does not hit with the second one. Okay, so the first one, she comes down and she manages to hit the back of her axe in the exact same place Tarnan did, so that little cut, like, it extends further, and his eyes close and his jaw clenches in pain. And then she brings the other one down and manages to... Everybody standing on the bed with him, like, moving because he's hurt. The bed moves just a little bit, so her second one goes down and hits right beside his head just because the movement's throwing she just jumped on the bed, the movement's kind of throwing her off, so she flipped the axe around the same way, but it just hit right beside.
All right, well, that will be her turn.
Be your turn. Alright, then it is Fennec's turn. He kind of takes in stock of what is happening, and he leans over to Tarnan really quick, and just kind of nudges him, like sticks his elbow and then points, and gives him a questioning look. And then he jumps up on the bed, and he pulls out a dagger, flips it around, and reaches down to try and hit him. I think this is the first time I've played an NPC who attacked another NPC. Oh, that is awful. That was a 2.
What's awful is the death of the music.
Oh, let's just switch to the next one. Switching to the next song.
Billiam, would you mind,
What would you like?
surprise me? Whatever
What you ask for?
whatever you think would please me.
Well, there's company, and I just don't.
I'm not shy.
We are recording, so you do what you need to do. So Finnick jumps up on the bed, flips his dagger around, grabs it with both hands, and brings it down. However, at that exact time, Sanishi, being upset that she just missed with her second attack, pulls up her axe in disgust and manages to hit his dagger on the way down, and that just completely shoots it, and he just almost falls over as the back of the dagger just hits into the bed, completely without doing any damage. Then he looks around, looks at everybody, his cheeks get bright red, and he kind of doesn't meet anybody's eye. He uses his bonus action to disengage, and he just jumps off the bed and just looks distraught.
He should. I mean, he just embarrassed himself in front of everybody.
And it is Ziggy's turn.
Icky.
Is it okay if I...
Yeah, go ahead.
Icky gonna give him the back of his claw.
He's gonna claw him.
He's gonna get yep.
All right.
Icky's not gonna connect with the first one.
What is it?
It's a 9.
It's a 9? Okay.
Yeah.
he
Rolled a 7, but 9.
Alright, he misses with the first one.
That one's gonna do better. That will be a 22.
Wow.
A 22? That definitely hits. Going to roll
Okay.
damage for that one.
Of course, it would be my pleasure. We're just gonna. All right, cool. We'll count that as the roll. 6.
6 damage? Alright. Alright, so Icky, like all of this action going on beside the bed, Icky sees the Finnick completely like smash into Sinishi's axe and miss and hop off the bed, and he just like shakes his head and goes down and goes to punch, and he manages to hit him, but with Finnick hopping off the bed, the feather bed moves a little bit, so you move forward and you lose most of your momentum, and you just kind of like glance off the top of his head, and then your claw like sticks in the bed like right above his head, and he just looks at you like, the hell just happened? And then you get an angry look on your face, and then just pop him right in the nose with the second one, and just break his nose, and blood starts to come down. And he is starting to look rough.
You wanted that nose to break so bad.
One way or another. You're hitting a guy on a bed. There's only so many spots you can aim for.
All right. Icky, takes a quick inventory of the surroundings, but he's gonna decide he's gonna stay ready because clearly the guy is looks rough, but I'm not gonna let my guard down.
You're not gonna use your key points or anything like that. Okay, just make sure. Okay. Then if your turn is over, it is Grelda's turn.
Well, if there's any noise in the room, you'd hear a slight chuckle as she laughs at the boys. And other lady walks up. There is no hiss of the sheath as Sasha comes free. And down it goes, flat axe, the flat side to the face. Nope, I don't think it's gonna hit. That's 11.
11?
Yeah.
Alright, that is not gonna hit. Oh! We didn't do the cards. Sorry, I'm just remembering.
That's perfect timing for me to go, hey, I need to grab the pizza.
Okay. So if you give him a quick shuffle, and then everybody...
This is still a surprise round.
It is still a surprise round,
Oh my
yes.
God.
And he does have... Oh! Fuck! He's prone, so everybody gets advantage on the attacks against him. So, yep, have her roll it. I'm going to have Icky re-roll his first one, too.
Okay. She rolled a 19 for the second one.
Alright, that one does hit them.
She'll
I literally said that like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, she'll give that one back. She's already got one.
Alright.
The exact same. Thank you, though.
Alright.
I'm good.
Tarnin,
I'll look. I'll look.
Just look, because you can keep it, or... There's one for Tarnin and one for Grelda.
I'll give that back, as it's the exact same.
I told
Is
you,
it the
half the
inspiration?
deck is just straight
It's most of them.
inspiration.
Yeah. Damage is D12 like this. Plus 5, so 15.
15?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Alright, so Grelda, little Grelda, with her axe out in her hands, she pulls it back, hops up on the bed, shakes a little bit, and then brings it down flat, and just destroys this poor Marshal's nose. And you see, as soon as she connects with it, pulls the axe back, there's some blood on the flat of the axe, and then you see him just like spit out 2 teeth as blood goes streaming down his face.
Nice
then-
addition to your
What was that?
playlist.
Yes.
Yes, they did release the Witcher Netflix soundtrack, so I might have listened to all 3.5 hours of it and started adding songs to different things. Maybe? Because it's wonderful. As soon as I saw they released it, I was like, listen.
Ooh, yes, it must be done.
It must be listened. So, I don't know if you heard.
I did.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for your missed attack again. Since I completely spaced, even though I'm the one who said it and reminded everybody, I completely spaced.
Whatever my number was.
5.
5? 7.
Oh, 7.
7? Oh, right.
No. 15.
Oh, that does
The
it.
modifier is 7.
Okay, so that does it.
Aha.
Nice.
Or should I say,
Ka-claw.
Claw.
that'll be another 6 damage.
Another 6 damage? Oh. And then since we're doing this, I'm going to have Finnick roll again, because he would have had a shot too.
Ha! You got knocked the fuck
See,
out!
anything-
That's even worse, that's a straight 1.
All right.
So I'm still going to go with the embarrassment for him. Since-
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now.
Is there anything left of this guy's nose?
His nose is pretty much destroyed. It is.
He's looking pretty Voldemort.
He's looking like a boxer that's been boxing for like 20 years, where his nose is just like flat and stretched out and just looks like crooked, like in like 3 different places. His nose is fucked. It's never gonna look the same again. And he's lost a couple of teeth as well.
feel a little bit guilty.
Well,
He might be a really nice guy.
Right
Well,
there.
right there. You know where
On
they
his
are.
chest.
The teeth are no longer attached to his gum.
And for all know, he was on our side, and he can't tell us because the silent spell.
Yeah, he was like a mole in the Good
All
Neighbors.
this has happened within 6 seconds. Even
Yes.
if there wasn't a silent spell, he hasn't had any time to tell us anything.
There has been zero chance for any communication. Yes, as he woke up. Just think about it. Count to 6. Count to 6, and he has been hit like 8 times in the face in 6 seconds. Alright, so is Grelda going to do anything else?
I don't know if she can actually do 2 attacks. She can't she?
No, I don't
not
believe
the
so.
great
Not
axe.
yet.
Okay.
She can, not that you'd want to do it right now, but she could rage.
Nope.
Oh, I didn't think you'd want to do it at this point, but just reminding you.
According to the instructions I got from Tammy,
Mhm.
this is not a situation where any of you are actually in any danger, so I get excited.
Yeah.
Carry on. She'll step back 1 space.
Which direction?
West.
Okay. Then if she is done, it's the marshal's turn. He is no longer surprised.
Really?
That's it. Yeah. That's it. He is no longer surprised, so he now has reactions and actions, and he can do all his stuff. But the way it really works is if he would have rolled a high initiative, he would have gone earlier, so the surprise would have worn off a lot earlier. But I rolled really, really shitty for him.
That's terrible.
So Tarnan, it's your turn again.
Are you sure he's not still at least a little surprised that a big bird jumped into his bed, smacked him in the face, and a big party of blows rains down?
He's not
I feel like that would be a
at
little
people
surprising.
being there anymore. He's
After
surprised
6
that
seconds, he's like, "Oh, okay."
Everyone's taking turns.
So this is my life now.
You'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
right."
I'm in hell. Thank you. Alright, Tarnan, it's your turn again.
Continue the pummeling to unconsciousness.
Alright, so you're gonna hop back up on the bed?
bed? Shit, I can't.
Can't
Oh wait,
what?
if I hop up on the bed,
You're still adjacent to him.
so I still got an advantage.
Yes.
Okay. I'll take the 17 with that. Well, you know what? Because if I got a 20,
Yeah, just go for the 20. You might as well.
that's not.
Yeah.
Something. I'll take the 17. Turns into plenty.
That is a
One
hit.
character. Plus 6, so 23.
That is a hit.
3 it is. That was a shitty roll. 8 and 4 is 12.
12.
Yep.
Alright, so Tarnan hops up. Again, you flip the dagger, and you actually go down directly into his stomach, and you can see the air just leave his lungs, and you can, like where you can't catch your breath.
Do I get to dodge the spittle as it comes flying out of his face?
With that roll, yeah. Well, I would actually, with the way you hit it, I'm thinking that he curls forward and to the side, so he actually spits down, and another one of his teeth come out, one that had been loosened previously, that was hanging on for dear life, but you knocking the wind out of him, and he looks rough. Like, he does not look like there is much light left in his eyes.
So,
I do my offhand attack and hope that I can knock him the heck out.
Alright?
do we want to knock him out completely?
Yeah, my idea. I wanted to grapple him, but there's no way Tarnan's going to grapple him with all this stuff going on. So I wanted to grapple him and put a gag in his mouth and then get him out of the silence and say, if you make any noise, you die. If you don't make noise, you get to live and tell your boss what happened.
But if we knock him out, how long is it going to be before he comes back around?
I've got medicine. I'll bring him back.
Okay.
1824.
That's a hit.
This is only a d4. No plus the damage. Is a 3.
A 3. Alright. So as you knock the wind out of him, he curls up and you just kind of sock him right in the side of the face and he goes back down to the bed.
Unconscious?
He is not unconscious yet. Again, very close, but he has not reached the point of unconsciousness quite yet.
I will stay there.
Alright. Then Geisen, you are up.
Looks like there's no room for me on the bed, right?
There is not.
Throw your bourbon roll.
He's just leaning in the corner, just watching everything that's going on.
I've seen a meme like that.
This is. I was gonna say I've seen a Baby Yoda like this. Like he's watching two people. He's watching everybody fight and just like. This is happening.
Yep, pretty much. I can't
So-
magic manipulate the darkness.
I'm assuming with a staff, I'm not going to be able to hit unless I'm right next to him.
It's
right?
not a no. It doesn't have reach. There are weapons that do have reach, but this staff is not one.
Wow.
Yeah, I think there's basically nothing I can do. Like, am I missing anything? Is there something that I should be able to do?
I wouldn't say specifically.
In this situation, you're kind of like the anybody else managed to get your crowd control, and knock them out, put them to sleep, silence them, whatever it is that you can do.
So, if I stepped outside the doorway, would I be outside of the sound
Yes.
thing?
If you open the door and stepped out, yes.
And would I be able to, like, it looks like from the angle, I would probably be able to see him?
Yeah, you'd still be able to see him. You still have line of sight on him.
It's probably not worth it in case there's a guard outside or something. So I'll just end my turn because we've got like 4 more people before he gets a turn. So
This poor guy.
we just have to like tap him and he's gonna be.
Then it is Mary's turn. On Mary's turn, she has her ear to the door, and she actually turns around and like waves her hand, and like points at the door, and just goes trying to mime. But she's gonna keep her ear to the door, and that is going to be her turn. That is better. All right. Sanishi, you are up. When you are ready, I'm going to use this
Do you want
time
to just roll a d20?
I'm going to use this time to refill my water and get a beer. So
Okay.
you can take a second.
Okay. Well, pizza's ready. So.
Yes.
Cutter, and so yeah, no, thank you. So I wanted to leave as a little. Probably a little warm yet, but it's delicious. Pizza is on the stove if you would like a slice or two.
Thank you so much. I think I'll let it cool off. Still.
Not a bad choice.
Shake malt pork. 9 to 2. All right.
I like pizza on the stove.
Oh, all right. I will probably take you up on that at some point.
Warm, but yeah. All right. So yeah, Sanishi's gonna wheel around that first axe
All
and
right.
go in for the blunt blow.
For a smickety smack.
Oh boy, that's gonna do something. It's gonna be a 20.
Okay. You do have advantage, so you might as well roll another one just to see if you can crit.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. 20 does hit.
Sweet. 1d6 plus 5. Where'd you go? All right. 9.
9.
9.
Okay. I'm assuming from what you talked about, Sanishi would like to do non-lethal damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that will do it. So all of this happens. Sanishi reaches back, kind of gives her hand axe a nice spin, a flourish, opens her mouth. You can see a yell come out again. No noise, but you can see her yelling, and then she comes down right on his chest, and even without noise, you can tell that a rib broke as she comes down on his chest, and he just reaches up, grabs it, and then just falls back unconscious.
Note to self: make sure to buy Geisen the silent spell. Has a cantrip to be cast on Sanishi at all times. No, that's not right. I was kidding.
And he is out.
Phantasmic. She wasn't raging, so she is.
All right, so he is unconscious, and we are out of combat. So there is no turn order as of right now.
Tarnan takes the sheets or blanket or whatever works best in his mind to turn into a really good gag.
A gag for that size would probably either you could take the pillowcase off or you could cut some of the sheets off.
Perfect.
Whichever.
Stuff his mouth full,
Okay.
gag him, and then motion to.
You're gonna kill him. He can't breathe through his nose.
His nose is super broken.
Suck your balls. Take the gag out of his mouth. Tie it in such a manner that he can't open his jaw.
Up over
There.
there. Okay. You very easily and very tightly.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see where his teeth were missing kind of overlap a little bit. Blood still
Feel a little
pouring
bad.
out of a couple of wounds.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad. Hopefully he's a real dick.
Like it kind
He's
of.
not dead. We didn't let Sanishi eat him.
Yep.
We still can't hear.
Oh
him.
yeah, remember it's
Right.
still quiet in the room.
Okay.
Nobody can hear anything.
So once
as of
he's
yet.
gagged, I'll motion to Geralda to pick him up and then back downstairs.
Okay.
Did I notice Mary's hand waving stuff?
I would say everybody did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would
And
we?
there, there is,
We would
there's
probably
no
be,
sound or anything.
We'd probably be more cautious about heading out the door then, right?
Right, but she's talking about that door, right?
The one, that's what she has her ear up against, yes.
Okay. So I'll go over to the door, and I motion like I'm going to open it while I'm looking at her.
She has her ear up against the. She has her ear up against the other door, not the door that you're at.
Right.
So.
So if you're. If Darren's going to like motioning like he's going to go through that door, Icky just puts his hand on his shoulder and just kind of like gestures around the room, like specifically at the desk, at pockets.
Okay, so Tarnan will continue to listen at the door.
Okay, the southern door. Okay.
Geralda will continue to stand near Tarnan with an unconscious Marshal.
I'll head over to the desk to look around.
And
All right. Then
everyone else can strip the room of
Icky's
everything.
going through dude's pockets.
All right. So you're going. So you're going to go through the unconscious man's pockets.
Yes.
All right. And then you're going to check out the desk. All right. Both of you give me investigation check.
Wow. Nice. Very nice.
Icky just can't percept at things when he's flying. Which is great because my investigation's a -1. So 18.
18.
Also
Concentration.
18.
Also
Sorry,
18.
flying.
Damn. All right. So.
I'm flying. It's really good.
All right,
I'm flying.
so-
It's really good.
Squish. Alright, so actually, as it's kind of happened simultaneously, as Icky kind of is, the Marshal is basically in his small clothes. He's got long johns and like a sleep shirt on. So as you like pat him down, you notice there are no pockets and there is nothing on him. But as you're going down his legs, you kind of kneel down a little bit since Grelda is so low. And out of the corner of your eye, you do actually see a small chest under the bed.
Wow.
With that roll. And then as you check the writing desk, you do pull open the drawers and you notice there is on the writing desk there's ink, papers, wax. There's a stamp with that same 3 snowflake sigil on it. And also when you pull open the bottom drawer, you also see, you don't know they're the same, but you see a small lockbox very similar to the one that Icky saw under the bed.
Alright, well I take the seal. The seal's not huge, right? It's like
No, it's like a wax, just like a small wax seal.
I take the seal and I take the
Okay.
box out.
Alright, mark that down on your inventory.
I will also take the box.
Alright, so you both come up with boxes, extremely similar size, shape. They're about I would say about 10 inches across, maybe 8 inches tall, with a flat top. Very unassuming.
Okay.
Just leather, brownish leather out exteriors. No ornamentation other than a keyhole on the front.
Anybody else need a pencil? Or...
I'm good enough. Thank you.
Nate, if you would take the D10s that I put in front of you, the 4 of them, and then that one, and roll all of those for me. Again, individual numbers, please.
7, 5, 0, 1, and 7.
All right. Now, so what are you gentlemen doing now?
I'm holding for them to tell me they're done searching or they need me to pick a lock or whatever. I'm just listening to the hallway. Do I hear anything?
I walk back over towards Tarnin, but I just take a look at the fireplace on the way, make sure there isn't like something on the mantle or anything like that.
Okay, there doesn't seem to be. You don't notice anything actually on the mantle. It is very bare, and again, it's non-ornamentive. It is a very basic fireplace. Like, there's a fireplace. There's a chimney. There's a small wooden mantle, but it is completely empty. You do notice that there is 0 dust on it at all. Like, it is very clean, but it's just very plain. And as you walk past, you see Mary's head jerks up really quick and starts going like this and points at the door.
Well, Icky was going to like gesture at the box to Tarnin, but with that, he gets his claws ready.
I hustle over to that door and attempt to lock it. Does it have a...
It does have a lock, and it is already locked, actually.
Oh, well then once I discover that it's locked, I will stand to the north and wait.
Okay, as you are right next to the door, and you check it, and you notice that it is locked, and as soon as you do that, Mary puts her hand on your shoulder, and then just holds her hand up to everybody else, and just has a very, like a very scared look at her face, but like holds up like a hand, like wait. And then she has her ear up to the door. And then she just holds for a second. And then you see a relieved look on her face, and she kind of nods and takes her hand off your shoulder.
So, Icky
I just point to the other door that we came in and shrug.
I go back to the door we went through and start... I listen again to hear... Do I hear anything outside?
Give me a perception check.
No! Just tell me I hear stuff and it's safe.
Is it safe?
16 perception...
Is it secret? Is it safe?
It is secret. 19.
19. You listen at it for a minute, and you can tell that the silence spell must either end at the door or partway through it.
Yeah.
Because you can hear a little bit through the door. You don't hear any sounds. Nothing that makes you think there's anything immediately on the other side of it.
Okay. Turn to everyone, nod, and then I open the door, and I start heading back down those, across the hall, down the stairs. Can't see it on the map now, but where that lower point was, where we were kind of quiet.
At the where the stairs kind of go down.
Yes.
Okay.
And there was another set of stairs down, right?
No, there was a set of stairs down.
Yeah.
There was a landing,
Yeah.
and then a set of stairs up.
Right. So
And
I'm
then
going
there
down
was
to
a
that
hallway
landing.
that went like
Okay,
kind
I'm
of
going
around.
down to that landing.
Okay. Is everybody
I follow.
following?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then I will just use Tarnin as of right now for that.
And you said I can see.
You do see, again, it's a different part of the map.
Right.
But you do see the hallway continues forward for about 10 feet, and then takes an immediate 90-degree turn to the left, and then continues down that way.
Very softly, I whisper to.
And then as soon as everybody leaves the room,
You can hear noise.
Mary, you can hear noises. Mary cancels it. She like lets the spell drop.
Okay.
Closes the door behind her as she's the last one out. Everybody follows you down. Relda, her speed is halved because she is driving someone.
Right.
Just so everybody knows.
Carry. Stay here. And I will go 10 feet and listen, without going my head around the corner, listen at the corner. Do I hear anything?
Give me another perception check.
I don't want, sooner or later it's going to run out. We're at Lars's place. And there it is, it ran out. Well, not really. It's 13.
It's not terrible.
13?
I'll take it.
Seems clear. You don't hear anything.
Okay, then I'll motion everyone to follow and I'll go around the corner. And I see, and I see, and I see.
A seesaw.
Oh. I'm lost. I don't know where I am now. Oh, there I am. Oh, wait. Is it? No. Okay, now I see. The world is a-shaken.
There we go.
Thought the world was a vampire.
You see a
Only when it's set on drain.
Ah, there we go. Alright, you do see that the hallway continues for about 40 or 50 feet and then makes another 90-degree turn at the end. It is very dark in this hallway. There are no torches, there's no sconces, there's nothing in this exact hallway. The only light that comes in is the light that comes through the hallway you left.
I cast light on a copper. I hand it to Icky.
Good looking out.
I hope I eventually get these coppers back. I don't know, you just slowly like.
That's his master plan. Slowly but surely he's gonna drain you of money, one copper at a time.
Damn it!
Wait, guys,
Do you remember what did we find in that bedroom? We found something, right?
The
Like a
bedroom you
pearl?
just left?
No.
Oh, the other bedroom? A whip and a pearl, a black pearl that was 5 pounds, so exceedingly heavy.
Alright, I think I have the pearl. Who is the whip?
I've got the whip.
Okay. So I kind of
And you
whispered.
guys, what was that? I'm sorry.
I whispered to Tarnan that maybe keep the whip ready in case that's what controls the chimera.
Good point. I'll have it.
And you both are still holding the boxes. Just so you know, like you're moving with your boxes in your hands. So your hands are not free.
I'm gonna go to about the middle point of that hall. Do you want me to try to open those things or what?
Yes, please.
Let's
That would
do
be
that.
great.
Alright, we'll do Icky's first. Give me the sleight of hand check. For the one under the bed. I'm sorry. Yeah, sleight of hand check. With the thieves' tools.
21.
You get your proficiency modifier, because you are proficient with thieves' tools. So I think it's +2.
21.
With that additional +2?
Oh, 23.
23? Alright, there you put your lock picks in it. Takes just a couple of seconds, and you can hear it click, and then the top just opens.
I hold my breath before I open it.
Alright, as you open it, you see that was the one under the bed. You see a rolled up piece of paper, and then 2 like crumpled up pieces of paper. Well, parchment. They're all parchment. One's rolled up, closed, and there are a couple that are kind of crumpled up.
I will first uncrumple I want to uncrumple the crumpled ones and see what's on them.
Alright, there are 3 total. You see this one is by itself, and then these 2 are kind of crumpled up together.
These are crumpled.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't want to do it without handing it to you.
Alright, thank you.
What's up?
Should I just...
Oh, yeah, if you don't want to wait, you absolutely can.
Well, I mean, he's reading and I can be working.
Okay.
So we'll just play that part out. Somewhere the beaches. 12.
12?
Oh,
That's with
no,
your
that
plus
would be
2.
14.
14? Okay, you are working at it, and it's the same one, so you start to know, you think it looks the same, so you start to do it a certain way, and then you actually feel your tools start to bend just a little bit, so you stop, take a breath, you do it a little more, and it bends the other way, and then you hear it click. and you open it up, and that just has 3 rolled up parchments in it.
So I guess I start opening the parchments.
Opening up and reading. Okay.
So I'm going to pass these around to folks because I don't want reading them out loud seems stupid. But I'm going to read them out loud to not have to actually pass everybody.
Those are what you find in there.
So crumpled number 1. For security reasons, I must ask you again to please destroy any remaining copies of the password to the vault that you possess. Simply commit the password to memory as I have done. It should be easy for the guard marshal. Isn't that correct? Thank you, Finazir. Other crumpled up paper. Bloodhawk.
And that is written, that is scrawled in handwriting.
And then the uncrumpled parchment. No more excuses, your debt is due. Come up with the money now. Isn't there a massive treasure in that fort? Might be painful to betray the Baroness, but I promise it'll be much more painful to cross us. Irving boys.
He might have a reason to live now. I mean, he might have a reason for us to keep him alive now. If you get my meaning. Who's the Irving boys? Where's the money you're going to give them? Etc., etc.
So the other one had 3 spells in it. One of them, maybe a coincidence, but I think probably not, is called Arcane Lock. Basically, it locks a door until you dispel the lock or the spell. And you can put a password on it that you have to speak within 5 feet of the object, and it suppresses the spell for a minute.
If only we had a spellcaster who could use that.
Well, it doesn't unlock the lock, though.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
It just locks.
Yeah, but if you cast it and then you dispel it, then isn't that you being the unlock? And if you put a
To
password on
that, if you were to double up a spell, it's still
yeah, fine.
2 lock spells.
So
But it seems like a good chance that that's the spell that's on it, so at least we know we need to be within 5 feet of the door, and we'll have 1 minute after saying the password.
What else did you find?
Sending. You send a short message, 25 words or less, to a creature with which you are familiar. Hears it in its mind. It seems familiar for some reason. I don't know why that would be.
Nope, I have no idea why you would think that.
And then
No, Tarno would have no idea
idea.
what sending was.
And then the last
So-
one is
so
Fireball.
Her head itches.
Nope, nope. Nothing, tra-la-la. What was the third one, I'm sorry?
Fireball.
And that is actually in pulling out from the game. He has message. That's
Yeah.
sending. They're 2 different spells.
They are
Oh,
2 different
okay.
spells.
Yes. Message you have to be within eyesight. Sending you can send to anybody who's on the same astral plane as you, anywhere in the
pretty
world,
cool.
as long as you are familiar with
I don't
the
have to be
person
in
you're sending
eyesight,
it to.
I just have to be familiar with the target and know it is beyond a barrier.
Don't you have to see the target?
You can cast the spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone or 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or
What's the
3 feet
distance
of
for
wood.
it?
120.
Okay, that was it. Okay.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't have to
short.
be in sight, but you have
It's
to go
short.
120 feet. Okay. Sending is basically as long as they're on the same plane of existence as you.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world.
That's pretty cool. And then if I wanted to copy these into my book, I need time and
Time
special ink,
and
right?
time and money. You have to have. And it's so many gold per level and so many hours per level. Once you actually get to the point where you do it, I'll dig up. I don't recall the exact. I always look at it, and then we go so long between talking about it that I forget.
Lots
But
of
it is
paper, lots
it
of
is a
gold.
monetary
Lots
and
of
time
time.
investment, and then you can add them to your spell.
Like every normal mage. Not, freaks and monsters who just bullshit out of the air.
Alright, well, thank you for your assistance.
Absolutely.
So it sounds like we've got what we need to get into the vault.
There was a rolled up piece of paper as well in the box. You just grabbed the crumpled up piece. Just so you know.
I thought you said that there were 2 crumpled and 1 rolled up.
2 crumpled. Those 2 were together crumpled. And that one was by itself crumpled. And then
Well, in that case, I would like to investigate that thing as well.
I thought there might have been a miscommunication, which is why I brought it up.
Thank you.
It is a...
This is clairvoyance. Yeah, it's a spell thing for you. Casting time 10 minutes, range 1 mile. Visual or vocal, somatic, and material. A focus worth at least 10 gold. Either a jeweled horn or for hearing, or a glass eye for seeing. Concentration up to 10 minutes. You create an invisible sensor within range of your location familiar to you, a place you have visited or seen before, or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door or around a corner or in a grove of trees. The sensor remains in place for the duration and it can't be attacked or otherwise interacted with. When you cast the spell, you choose seeing or hearing. You can use the chosen sense through the sensor as if you were in the space. As your action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. A creature that can see the sensor, such as a creature benefiting from see invisibility or true sight, sees a luminous, intangible orb about the size of your fist.
Could you read that again?
Sure.
There you go. Dude, I think we just scored pretty good for our mage.
Yeah.
You think that would be an okay time to tell him that he might not get to open the book?
I'm more worried that these spells seem like something that certainly Zero would run. These seem like spells that our resident wizard already knows.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably be on the lookout for...
Great.
Yeah, he likely locked it with one spell, and Fennec, whatever his name
Fennec
is.
is our guy.
Fennec is your guy. Finazir is the wizard.
He told us that the wizard was like communicating with the troops from within the tower, right? So that's probably sending. Clairvoyance means he's probably going to know when we go into the vault.
And we'll be able to send guards.
So one option, I can send Ollivander around the corner, look through his eyes. Does Ollivander make... Owls are pretty quiet, right?
They're pretty quiet, but it's still an owl. Like it is... Even a small barn owl, it's going to have like a wingspan like this. So, he's going to be relatively quiet. But it is a...
So like if he's using...
It is an owl, so it's...
So we know he's probably keeping an eye on the vault, but we don't know if he's keeping an eye or an ear on the vault. So if it's an ear, the owl might not make much noise.
Alright. So does this change the necessity to take out that mage, or can we let him be?
Well, sounds like we either have to take him out or realize that as soon as
Calm
we
down,
enter the
Shinichi.
vault, we've got maybe a minute.
If you did pay attention to the scroll you read, you would know that it has to be active, and it's only 10 minutes. So, unless he is
keeping it.
actively using such a spell, he would not know.
Which is fantastic. However, that still means the spells are at his.
Thank you, Olivia. Sorry.
The spells are still
Alright.
at his disposal.
Well,
as soon as
still,
we're on our way out.
we've probably only got a minute in the vault, unless we leave somebody on the outside to open it again. Because will the word work from the inside to unlock it?
If you unlock the vault door and open it, if the vault door relocks while it is open, it's open.
I don't know magic. I figured it might be a magic wall.
Fair enough, yeah.
It's a magic lock, not a magic wall. per se.
Ah. Thanks, magic lady.
You're very welcome, Birdman.
So even though we didn't find the spell, the wizard probably doesn't hand out scrolls of every spell he knows.
Yeah.
So there could be some kind of alarm when the door opens or something
It's possible.
as well.
Somebody did also mention something about chimeras.
Could whip them.
Would
Or
be
maybe-
good.
When a chimera comes along,
You must whip it.
Or we could throw a 5-pound pearl at it.
Or a small, mostly unconscious.
So our
Or axes!
Or axes, yes, or axes.
So our options are either we try to go ahead and hope the wizard doesn't know we're there and come after us, or we go track down the wizard, possibly run into guards on the way or the way back, definitely fight the wizard, and then also still deal with whatever's at the door.
Not
I think that we should just go
thrilled with that idea.
through the vault, grab what we can, and head back out through the sewer.
Exactly, that's my thought too. So, Ollivander?
Or I can just go to the corner, and if I don't hear anything, we walk around. I mean, we got the guy who should have the password. We have the password. Worst case scenario. What's this one?
That was the extortion.
Oh, thank you so much. I will use this to our advantage soon.
I think he may not be the brightest bird, but he understands the talents of his friends.
Fair enough.
Alright, well yeah, if you want to peek around the corner.
I propose, well, listen around, we'll go around. If I don't hear anything, we will walk up to the door. We'll try to use the password. Assuming that unlocks the door, we've got to worry about the chimeras. If we have, I'll show him the whip. If that slows him down, fantastic. If that doesn't slow him down, Mary, will you please be ready to cast a silent spell to give us at least a small chance?
Of course, just point at where you want it. It's only a 20-foot circumference, so if the room is bigger than that, you have to let me know where in the room you would prefer.
I'm assuming that a chimera is not going to want to play right along the wall, so use your best judgment to where you think they're going to stay near us in a fight if that's what's going to occur.
Alright, we can do that.
Again, I appreciate the assistance, and on the off chance that something goes terribly awry, take care of yourself and get out of here if you have to.
Thank you. That was at the top of my list, just in case. You intrigue me, but not enough to put my life on the line.
Feelings mutual, actually. I'll be back. I go to the end of the hall, I listen carefully, and I hear...
I listen.
With the 15.
With a 15?
Yeah. I listen with the 15.
What do you smell?
So you listen, you hear a muffled sound. You're not able to discern what it is. You can tell it's not, like, there's not something right around the corner making this sound. It's through a barrier or two, whatever
Okay.
those barriers might be. But you do hear something.
And it's dark here, so
It is
there's
still
lots of
dark,
shadows. So since I've left the light source way behind, I can sneak around the corner.
Yes, you can.
I will sneak around the corner.
Oh, give me a stop check.
I'm trying. Oh, fuck. It turns into a 13.
13? Alright. Fairly quietly, you do make your way around the corner and see that the hallway extends about 30-ish more feet. There is a door about 20-25 feet down that is currently closed. And then the hallway ends.
Is Grelda still carrying that guy?
Yeah.
Yep.
I whisper to Sinishi, who should be used to this by now. Sinishi, gather everyone up, come to the corner, and wait. I'm gonna go a little farther down, there's another door.
Tanisha does the thing.
Holding her axes, she kind of...
Yeah.
I want to see that live action.
I can see. I'm sorry. The image just popped into my head of Sinishi like a like one of those people marshalling a plane in.
Yeah.
With her axes. And then like as they come forward, she goes. I'm sorry, that just popped into my head.
I love it. I love it.
You need to Tarna needs to light both of her axes so they light up.
No.
So she can do that.
No, I can only do one at a time. No, not happening.
Anyway.
I love it.
I go to the door and I listen at the door. I listen with a...
Listen with a fuck.
Yeah, pretty
fuck
much.
boy.
Fuck boy.
He listens with a...
What was it again? Listening...
Perception.
Perception... 7.
7.
Yeah, so I don't think there's anything there.
You, again, you hear that same muffled noise, but you aren't able to make it out really any more than you were at the end of the hall. You can't tell if it's like right on the other side of the door, or if there's like 4 doors between you and this noise. You can tell there's a noise, or maybe a couple of noises, but you're not able to discern what they are.
Is there a keyhole to look in?
I will use perception to check the rest of the hall, just make sure there's nothing obvious as a hidden entrance or a hidden something or other.
For like searching for secret doors, that's investigation.
Well, I mean, you do that.
Like if you're checking the walls for secret passages and stuff, I believe that would be more an investigation.
I would
than
let
perception
him
check.
do the investigation. I just want to see if I perceive a reason for him to do an investigation.
There is a plug down there.
I know, it was plugged into that.
Is that fair?
Then I...
Yes, I'll let you do that. Since you the one you did was on the door, you can kind of... I'll let you do it on the hallway since you went down the
Okay, I'm just perceiving.
Yep, you're just looking.
So if
You're
he
standing
wants
at
to
the
do
door, just looking around.
It's a 19 plus 3. 21.
As
that's
far as
22.
you can tell, there
Yeah.
doesn't appear to be anything.
Perfect. I will motion everyone, because they're at the corner now, right? Yes. I will motion everyone to come on down.
I'll show you. Okay. So, everybody's kind of peeking on the corner, and you guys tell me.
Alright, Icky comes on down.
Okay.
Yeah, I do too. I think we all.
Come on down.
Just a little bit of light. I check to see if the door is locked.
Okay. You don't need a perception check for that. It is you put your hand on the handle and you move it just a little bit. It seems to move freely.
Okay. I open the door and walk in quickly to the left, unless there's not a left. Because that would be bad.
Walk into a...
And then everyone runs into me.
Alright, so you open the door, and as soon as you open the door, you take a half step in, and you see 2 guards. You see a door directly across from you, and then you see 2 guards in the corner who were like, they're standing up straight. They're actually, like, they're not leaning. They seem to be at attention, kind of in the corners facing in. And they look at you, open the door, and they go, who are you? And they both, like, go up straight. They have, like, pole arms, halberds, that they're holding in front of them. And they both go into an offensive stance. They don't immediately attack. Why are you down here? What's the password?
Bloodhawk.
They kind of look at each other. Never seen you here before. And they put their halberds back down.
Well, to be fair, I haven't seen you before either. But I can understand where you're coming
But
from.
we're the ones guarding. Figured we would have been told. What is your business?
The marshal didn't come down at all?
Has not been down here since yesterday.
Should I bring him down now, or should I wait here and one of you bring him down? I mean, which one would work better for you?
Don't need to bring the marshal down at all.
Oh, fair enough.
Just obviously, you know the password. You may. Go
Okay,
about
just don't want any
this,
problem. Just want to make sure you're good with it.
I suppose.
Very good.
They kind of
Walking
look at
like
each other very curiously, and
If this is a deception roll, that's fantastic. I'm walking right up to him. Icky, why
no,
don't
you haven't been lied. You haven't lied to him yet.
Nope.
So
Well, because like
Oh, so it's
as
a
far as like
perception-
you're the only
perception
one they see. Like we haven't come around.
No, and they are still in the hallway. You're the only one they see. And when you open the door, there are a couple of sconces lighting up the room.
Okay, but just for story, as I'm standing there in the doorway, these guys are talking loud enough that my people can hear them speaking.
Yes, they would
Okay.
be able to hear the conversation is not hidden at all. It is a, especially that very first one was
Yeah.
very authoritative. So
So I'm walking up towards the door. Is that door open, unlocked? It must be shut, I take it?
it is currently shut. Yes.
Okay, I'm walking right up towards the door.
Okay. They just kind of, they have a confused, like they're both looking at each other and they have like a confused look, but neither of them really move.
So I stay here and make sure he doesn't leave.
Our jobs are to watch each other.
Wait.
No.
That would have given me something to go on if they actually said
No,
it.
they did not say that. Just, be careful.
Yeah, this is the part I'm not sure about, because even with the item, I mean, they're in there all the time, right? They're never sleeping. They're always just in there.
Figured if the marshal would have given you the password, he would have told you what you needed to know.
I know, but it's still kind of nerve-wracking, you know?
You're not the one who has to hear them all day.
Well, that's an interesting point. I mean, as long as I got your attention. Just tell me one more time to make sure I got it right. What do they do when they go in?
They don't get eaten,
Well, that's good.
usually.
I want to make sure. I want to make sure that's good. I put my hand slowly on the door. Has anyone fucking come in the room yet?
I would come in to help, but I feel like a gnome suddenly showing up.
So
Well, a giant bird guy might be worse than a gnome.
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty. I'm getting vibes of okay, team into action.
Well, I guess I'm on my merry way. Keep quiet.
Well,
Alright.
before he opens the door, as long as he's in there to smooth talk them, since that's his thing, I follow him in.
You follow him in?
Yeah.
Wait. What?
Oh yeah.
Stop.
I just
My
give him a
assistant.
nod and say Bloodhawk.
How many of you are there?
Well, there's 4 of us, and we all got to do this thing, and
There's
I'm starting to wonder if it's
4?
So
Would you-
Icky hears that, grabs Sanishi, pulls, and so like Icky and Sanishi come around the corner. Just like Bloodhawk.
Are any more people gonna come around the corner?
Well, there's only. Oh, Sinishi's with you?
Yeah, he drags Sanishi
Yeah.
with him.
That's the 4 of us.
Alright.
I said 4, didn't I? I thought I said 4.
No,
Did I not say
not
4?
until the little one showed up.
Sanishi grins and says, "Blood."
She's kind of slow.
Bloodhawk.
If the marshal told you the password, and I'm not one to question him out loud.
Oh, where are our manners? Someone shut the door.
Icky gently closes the door.
Okay.
I have a not in character question.
Sure.
So if I was to cast Suggestion, would that be obvious that I was casting it? Like, if I cast it on one guard, is the other guard going to be like, whoa, hey, he's spelling the other guard? Or is that
What is
subtle enough?
What is the components of it? Like, is it verbal and somatic?
Verbal and material.
If you were to do one, I mean, you could very easily turn your back on one if it's just verbal. What is the material?
Snake's tongue and either a bit of honeycomb or drop of sweet oil.
Okay, then no. I mean, I would say that you could easily turn your back on one and cast it on the other. Does it say that they know they've been suggested? Like, I mean, let me actually, instead of asking questions, let me actually.
It just says it ends. It doesn't say anything about them knowing.
One action, concentration, up to 8 hours. Suggest a course of activity. Target must place a wisdom saving throw. Suggest a course of action. Okay, yeah. No, I mean you can turn your back on one. Like basically, you would like turn your back on him, pull a little bit of honeycomb out, kind of rub it in your hands, cast the spell at the one.
I'm holding my action for as soon as somebody else does something to one of the guards, I'm going at the other guard.
Okay.
So I cast it on the left one while I'm like facing away from the right one.
Okay. And it is a wisdom save.
Yes, wisdom 15.
That is a 12. He fails the save.
Sweet. So I tell him the marshal told us that you guards would help us and take a look inside the vault.
Okay. So the guard just stops for a second, kind of tilts his head. Well, we should. He looks at the other guard. We should probably help them get inside the vault. Okay. But why? Well, they know the password, and I'm sure the marshal would want us to help them in. Here, let me get the door for you. Be careful with the manticores inside. Did the marshal give you the whip?
Yep, it's right here.
Okay, make sure to use that on both of them. Otherwise, they might eat you. And then he reaches and he pulls open the door.
Motherfucker. As he's pulling open the door, I guess. He didn't tell me how to use it. He said just use it.
Yes.
Okay.
Bum ba dum ba, bum ba dum.
Come on.
Ah, up yours.
Son of a bitch.
Icky's plumage
There we go.
flares just so. Looks like a fedora.
Okay. Sorry, this is not being cooperative. No.
Somebody play some elevator music until we get the map working.
Actually, we're gonna take. I'm gonna open the door and then we're gonna hit our break. So as you open the door,
Oh, those are huge.
you see a large. The room is dark, save for a dim torchlight that shines through a barred hole in the ceiling to the northwest.
Barred hole.
3 heavy iron doors stand evenly spaced on the opposite wall. 2 monstrous 4-legged creatures prowl about in the darkness. They look like giant bat-winged lions with twisted human faces. The tips of their tails are covered with 4-arm-length spikes. The fur is also patched with spikes. One of them growls at you and bears rows and rows of shark-like teeth. Oh, goody. We've been so hungry.
Brandish the whip and let it fall to the floor. How hungry are you?
Alright, they both do stop and look at the whip, and then we are going to take a break quick.
How hungry are you?
We're gonna be.
Ready now! Alright. Jingling and jangling. My spurs, they jingle, jangle, jingle. No, sorry.
Well, come on, y'all.
Jingle,
dance
jingle.
the jingling.
Is our march right merrily along?
Okay, so I step into the room. What do I see in the rest of the room? Any more surprises?
Not past what you already saw. As soon as you step into the room, though, again, both chimeras stare at you, their mouths open, tongues lolling out. But they do, as soon as you pull out the whip, both their eyes do go to the whip and they stop. They kind of like were leaning forward and then they just stop as soon as they see the whip.
Are manticores and chimera the same thing?
Oh, did I say manticore? I apologize.
Well, it says manticore.
Manticore.
It says Manticore down
But
there.
before you were calling them chimera.
I
Yeah.
was calling it chimera.
Yeah.
I misspoke previously.
It
And
My apologies.
it totally changes
that blows up the
We're
whole
so
plan.
screwed.
We
Oh.
were so set for
wait,
Chimera.
back it up. No.
I feel like we need at least 2 levels for this.
Yeah.
You misspoke. 2 levels.
I mean, that's a big difference between a Manticore and a Chimera. I mean,
And what difference is it?
well, their makeup for one thing, and the spelling.
They look different. They're different words.
You can tell. You can tell that's a Manticore because of the way it is.
Because it says Manticore. You can tell it's a Manticore because of the letters.
Aren't they different
They are.
parts of animals together?
Yes.
Than...
That's a Chimera. Manticores are their own little monster. They're not.
Oh, they have like a stinger or something. don't they?
Yep.
Manticores do.
They like
That's why it said
tigers.
it had a stinger at the back of its, at the end of its tail. It's about 4 arm length.
Walk along the wall.
Okay.
15 feet anyway. And stare at the Manticore. I'm so dead. I'm sorry this went
As
wrong.
you move, they watch you as you move, and then they wait a little bit, and you see them start to lean forward again. They haven't moved yet, but they're.
Stay.
Your Sanishi sigh heavily from the other room.
What? You guys were supposed to come with.
Just heard you say stay
Oh, for the
loudly.
love of fuck. Not you, Sanishi.
Just from the doorway, you hear. You going to use it?
Sure, I'll whip at it.
As that's happening, Sanishi trundles into the room. With
I whisper-
Icky just kind of like behind.
Oh, are you doing it from where you're at?
No, what I want to do is after I move 15 feet, I want to message this Manticore. The only one that can hear it is him
Okay.
or her, as the case may be.
Okay.
If I promise not to use the whip on you, you eat the guards that I point out to you and sit down for a minute.
He takes 2 steps towards you.
Okay, so I waggle the whip at him.
After he takes 2 steps, you waggle up at him.
Yep.
The other one takes 2 steps as well. Their mouths lull up a little more, and you hear.
Dude, use the whip. Whip him with it.
Alright, roll initiative. They're both lunging at you.
Okay. I don't know a fucking command word for this whip, do you?
Just
whip it.
crack the...
Sure, I cracked the whip.
Well,
It's a little late now,
yeah,
chump.
now you have to roll initiative, and then we'll see about you cracking the whip.
Well, okay. Shit, that's not good.
Oh, just nobody else is in the room yet.
Sanishi's trundling in.
Oh, that's right. You roll it for Sanishi.
Sanishi's 11.
Oh, now I gotta drag Sanishi down there.
Oh. So I didn't need to roll for Grelda?
No, because she's not. She is currently standing outside.
Yep, got it. Should I keep the one I already rolled, or do I get to roll again?
Well, if you already rolled, up to you. You do get advantage on initiative rolls, though.
Yeah, I know. Mine's okay. Grelda's wasn't so good.
Girl's not in the room yet.
I know, but I already rolled it.
We're not doing initiative for anybody else. After
Oh, okay, no problem.
That's
Then
why I told Icky not to roll.
Fantastic.
All right, what is Sanishi's?
11.
And what is Tarnin's?
19.
All right, your... Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure your dexterity modifier is more than the Manticore. Ooh, what is your dexterity?
+2. +4.
+4. Okay. Ooh, barely. But yes. So you get to go. You and the Manticore both had 19 initiative.
Great.
But because your dexterity modifier is more, you do get to go first. So you are at the top of the round. So the Manticores begin charging towards you.
I use the whip on him.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Yeah.
And then, what is it?
12.
12? Add 1, so that is 13. And as soon as you use a magic weapon, you do become familiar with it. Luckily, it's not cursed, otherwise it would have immediately cursed you. And you said that was, so it was 12 plus
13,
the 1,
yeah.
so 13. 13 hits. Just barely, but it hits.
Fuck, I don't want it anymore. It's really cool, but try it.
See, she's in the room. She probably wouldn't care for a whip over her ass.
I know! That's what it's... I don't care for a whip either. Okay, so if I attack with this weapon successfully, cast compulsion on the target.
Alright, so first roll for damage.
Fuck, I don't know what compulsion does. What's the damage on a whip? Anyone? Doesn't say on here. Whip! Page 146.
It's probably 1d20 damage.
Only 1d20? I thought it was 2d10. I mean, I've been
What's
wrong
it
once,
called?
but then I was mistaken.
Compulsion.
It's a whip.
Lion Tamer's Whip.
Compulsion, yeah. 1d4 slashing. Finesse with reach. Oh, it's got... I might like this.
Alright, compulsion.
It's not in here.
So do that first, and then I'll read you the compulsion.
5 damage.
5 damage?
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Wait, do I get my dexterity? I'm not proficient with that.
No, you're not proficient in martial weapons. So as it takes the first 2 quick steps towards you, you crack the whip at it, and it does hit it on its shoulder, and you do see that it does get a little cut, it does blood, but then you feel the ability to cast the spell come into you. Creatures of your choice that you can see within range and that can hear you make a wisdom saving throw. A target automatically succeeds on a failed save. The target is affected by the spell until the spell ends, which it is a minute duration. You can use a bonus action on each of your turns to designate a direction that is horizontal to you. Each affected target must use as much of its movement as possible to move in the direction on its next turn. It can take an action before it moves. After moving in this way, basically you tell it where you want it to go, and it goes there.
Okay.
Good thing you tried to bargain with it.
I know, right?
Alright, so
Well, the
it
old
says
saying,
it said you may
never
cast
bargain
it
with
on the
a
creature.
Manticore that somebody called a chimera.
Yeah. And it's
Who would do something crazy like that?
tale as old as time, really.
Look, I forgot the wives' tales, alright? What?
Tale as old as Alright.
What was your question?
1, do you want to cast it on it?
Yeah.
Okay, then 2, which direction you... Well, it says you may, it doesn't say you have to.
Oh.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I cast it on
You
it.
can let yourself be eaten if you want a new character. But...
Let me mull that over a minute.
no. So, okay, so which direction
No,
are you
okay.
going to tell it to go? Well, that's your...
There.
Alright. As soon as the whip cracks it, it stops, and then you see, like, the ferocity in its face immediately drop, and it gets a beaten down look, what you'd see from, like, a stray dog that had been kicked one too many times, and you can immediately tell, like, this has been used on this creature frequently. So it immediately turns around and makes a break for the corner, and then as soon as it sees that, the other Manticore makes a break for the other corner, seeing the whip being used, and they separate very quickly.
Nicely done.
Oh,
Icky
yeah.
comes into the room.
I totally planned that. That's exactly what I planned.
The guard stands there. Took you long enough. I thought they were gonna eat you.
My bad.
Alright, well, there's the vault doors.
But I
One
said-
of them's right, 2 of them are trapped. I'm sure the marshal gave you everything you need to know. We'll be out here. Let me know if you need any help. And then he turns
How many
around and
times?
walks away.
Wait, where's the one that was compelled or controlled or whatever?
The north.
Suggested.
Suggested? That's the one that is talking to you.
Okay. How many times have you come in here?
Never.
Not even
We're just-
once? You're not even curious as which one's the right one?
I've got a job.
That's
I've
true.
helped you as much as I could. I don't. 2 of them are trapped. That's all I know.
Fantastic.
I'm assuming since you're such good friends with the Marshal, he told you, just let me know if you need any more help. I'll be right out here. And then he walks back out.
Okay.
And then as he walks out, you hear, no, they're fine. Just stand there and do your job.
I come in the room too if I'm not in there already.
Okay.
Okay, so we're all in there.
So all 4 of you
the 4
are
of
in
us
the
are
room. The 2 chimera, or the 2 manticores. I'm just going to keep calling them chimera.
Don't do
2
it.
manticores are just in the corner. They're huddled. They are hissing and growling at you a little bit, but they're backed up against the wall.
So one thought that I have is if you look at where the manticores are, if you designed this place, would you want to have to go to the door next to the manticores?
If you got the whip, do you care?
You got the whip, you tell them to get out.
But the whip just makes them move, right? It doesn't prevent
Right.
them from attacking you.
I told that one to go there. That may not be where he usually stands.
That one immediately went to the other corner, even
That's
though you
true.
didn't tell him to go there.
I didn't have to tell that one, so I trust that side. Not being it. That leaves it down to a 50-50 shot.
So what do the doors look like?
Thank you.
They look like flat, thick oaken doors. You see, they seem to be as solid of a piece as they can be. From where you're looking at, it doesn't look like there's multiple pieces put together. It just looks like one piece of solid oaken wood, and then there's a handle, like a round kind of knocker handle.
And there's no lock that we can see.
Not that you can see, no.
Which way do the doors open?
Geisen,
Away from you.
Hold on,
From what
guys.
you can tell.
What's up?
hold that thought. I look at this manticore, and I said, and I whispered to him, the message to him, which door is not trapped?
He hisses at you.
I do. I asked the other one. Same way.
He also hisses at you.
Okay.
They are not super intelligent creatures.
They don't have to be. Second guess. I'm gonna go, unless someone stops me or wants to do something else before, while I'm talking to these two, I'm gonna go up to the middle door. How much? Looking for footprints, looking for usage, because, you know, one of these doors has been used more than the others.
Alright, give me a perception check.
Perceive really well, just for the foot. No! Geisen, one of these doors has been used more than the others. Which one do you think looks like it's been used more than the others?
Is that an investigation or a perception?
That's a perception.
'Cause my perception isn't very good.
Oh, I
My
thought you were good with
investigation.
that.
No, he's good with
investigation
investigation.
Oh.
Because his wisdom's high. Or your
But
intelligence is high.
It's-
I can help
Perception?
you look though,
Well,
probably.
I'll do perception, I guess. I don't have a... So I get advantage?
If you're both looking, yes. You're both looking at all three doors. Compulsion only lasts
Well,
for a minute, just so you know.
Right. I ain't got a lot of time. This is round 3, 4, 5 maybe?
If you're gonna look at all three doors
6
enough to
rounds?
see, if you're gonna look at all three doors enough to see what they've been used, that's probably gonna be like at least a couple of minutes. Because if you were to look at a single door to see how much it's been used, I would easily say that would be 30-45 seconds.
Should we start with the middle?
Focusing.
Just do the middle?
Yep, then... How do I fucking compare? Alright, fine. I use the middle. I rolled 4s. So it's a 7.
And unable to tell if it.
Do I have a round to try to pick the, or check for traps?
You can absolutely check for traps.
Sanishi? If they get close, or look like they want to get close, whoop the shit out of them.
Is a whip a dexterity-based weapon or a
Tie
strength-based
one of my
weapon?
axes to the end of it?
No, you can't. You need to use the whip. And then you have to tell it where you want it to go.
Okay.
Trust me. Okay, so... DM, what's the order of happenings here?
If you're investigating the door, give me an investigation check.
Oh, it's
He's checking for traps.
oh, okay.
Checking the traps, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12?
Yeah.
Nothing about the door appears to look like it's trapped you.
Oh, yeah, you asked what way the doors look like they open. Did you?
Yep, inward, away from you.
So, maybe you could compel one of the manticores to go into the door, push it open?
Sanishi, use a whip on one of the manticores and tell it to go into one of the doors.
Sanishi whips the this one, the one that hasn't been whipped yet.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
She rolls a 3, which
Does it get surprised?
No, Sanishi, very unfamiliar with how to use a whip, ends up whipping the ceiling like 2 feet in front of her and doesn't come anywhere near the magic roll.
Okay.
With that particular roll.
try again.
I wait.
Sanishi's gonna try to whip the manticore again.
Alright. The Manticore. So,
That one?
okay, go ahead.
No, please.
I was gonna say, where is Sanishi standing currently?
You just like
And she's trying to whip.
a few steps out of the door, so I'd say like 5 feet forward.
She needs to be within.
There.
If it has reach, she needs to be within 10 feet of the
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay. That's what I was gonna ask.
Roll
Probably
17.
move me up there if you're trying to keep track of where people is.
17? Okay, that one does hit. Okay, roll for damage.
What
It's
is
a
it?
D4.
A D4?
Plus 1. Oh, plus whatever she gets
Ooh.
for...
Alright, so 5 damage.
Alright. So it does hit.
And she compels it to,
And it failed its saving throw, so where does
okay.
she want it to go?
she wants it to go through the door, behind it.
Behind it? Mm-hmm. Alright, the Manticore backs up, and its back presses up against the door, and it stops. The door doesn't move.
Likely have to use the password, eh?
What the password was? Oh, fuck, I don't know, dude.
The password's to disable the magic barrier.
Oh yeah,
They just-
all we
they
used
just-
it for was the guards so
Yeah,
far.
they let us
so use
pass because we know it.
Is Sanishi telling me that, or is,
No, that's
is Icky?
Icky's. This is Icky.
Though if you speak it to the wrong door, bad things will probably happen.
If only I had a really big tank
Well,
who could soak up a lot of damage and would just walk in and do it.
we should probably shit or get off the pot.
Yeah.
How long does suggestion last?
Up to 8 hours.
Is it? Okay.
So everyone's kind of looking at these two doors. I can still see the third door, closest to me where I'm at.
The one right in front of you?
No,
Oh.
to me, Bill, physically, can I
Yeah.
see that door?
Yeah, it's not in front of it, it's more up against
And
the
everyone's
wall.
kind of paying attention to the other two doors right now.
What do you mean by pay attention?
Looking at the doors, watching the Manticore back into the door, watching.
Sure. I mean, I don't know what everybody's looking at. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Hey, what are you looking at right now?
Icky's most concerned with Sanishi and the Manticore.
Yeah.
that she's
Beautiful.
whipping.
And okay, and Sanishi's paying attention to what she's doing,
Yeah.
and that's what you're doing. Cool. I cast Mage Hand and I try to open the other door. This door near me. This door near the other Manticore.
Okay. The spectral hand appears, floats over there, grabs the handle,
Yep.
and just it jiggles, but it doesn't move at all.
All right. Anyone else taking an action?
Do you know? It doesn't seem to say on here. Unseen servant. Can it speak?
I don't believe so.
It doesn't speak.
But
Okay.
you also have a concentration spell. So. Oh wait, no, that's not. Is unseen servant in concentration?
It doesn't say so.
All right, it doesn't say. It just said. But no, unseen servant does not speak.
Okay.
Well, Icky is starting to get nervous, visibly so, about the situation and dawdling. think we should just...
Pick a door and try to open it?
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right.
I think the
I
middle.
got your back.
Icky approaches the center door.
Okay.
Puts a claw on the handle.
Okay.
Says Bloodhawk, and tries to open the handle.
Alright. As soon as you say Bloodhawk, standing in front of the door, you just see like a light blue shimmer go from top to bottom, and then the handle turns very easily and the door opens.
All right. Icky steps inside.
Alright, the door swings open. You see inside, you see 2 rows of shelves on the wall. There's one about waist level, and then there's one about head level. And on each of the shelves, there is the shelves go down the 2 sides, and there is a couple of bags and some random items on the shelves. And then in the center, you do see a pedestal that is flat with a big, large tome on top of it.
Maybe you should check for traps.
Sure, I can
before
do
we
that.
grab
Let's
it.
do that. I'll do
With
that.
a quickness.
Trot.
Okay.
Click. Oh, what was that on the floor? Fuck it. Let's go with the... Mother trucker, this is your place. It's gotta...
You were rolling really well earlier.
I know. What was I looking for?
Traps. Investigation.
And I got a 6.
6?
Yep.
You don't notice anything that looks trapped.
And...
Do you have a bag of sand to do the whole?
We've got a whip. This is clearly
Yeah.
like
Do you have a hat,
there's
fedora
a
on?
theme here.
I don't have the whip anymore. I don't have a whip anymore.
So you're fucked.
No, Sanishi is standing with the whip.
Geisen, do that hand thing, and where it's like a spectral hand and it picks stuff up.
Did you follow him in? Because as far as I know, you're currently still
Yeah.
standing.
Yeah, I come in and sure, I mage hand and grab the book.
Okay. It is. Yeah, the book. You pick it up, and it floats over to you very easily.
As this is happening, Icky would like to look around the room and see if there's anything of
Me too.
note and interest.
Give
Aside
me
from the book.
perception checks for both of you.
You know what? Never mind. I'll roll.
That's probably a 10.
15.
Oh no, 11.
11 and 15.
18.
Okay, so
18
between the two of you, you see a. Oh my god, they're called- a quiver of arrows, and all of the arrows. They're actually. I'm sorry, I misspoke. A quiver of bolts for a crossbow. With crossbow bolts. It is a smaller quiver since they are crossbow bolts, and they are all light red in color, as opposed to a normal wooden brown. You do see a pair of daggers that seems to be like leaned up against each other, and they do have, outside of the hilts, they have small, what look like carved feathers that
Okay.
come off of the top and the bottom of the hilt.
You writing that down?
With a
No.
with
I don't
a there
know.
is a an opal. Opals are white.
Nah.
Yeah, opals are white. Yeah, there's a opal in the
daggers.
center. 2 daggers with small winged carvings coming off of them, maybe about
Oh,
an
you're
inch
writing it
each.
down now? Okay.
You do see a potion looking
I'll write down.
glass vial with a stopper in it.
Oh.
That is it is
But maybe you'll
it's
like
very it's a reddish
Before you're done
yellow.
saying everything we found, can I use this?
I'll use it now. What is it?
Hoard. It doubles amount of potions and gold.
Okay.
Found
Okay. So you find 2.
2 potions.
Potions. There's a reddish yellow liquid that kind of flows. What's that?
That's- the count.
That's 2 potions.
Thank you. Carry on, please.
You do also see a silver feather that is kind of wrapped around itself in a coil. It's extremely white with the middle part of it being a bright, almost golden yellow.
Okay.
You find one of those. You find a.
Did you guys write down the potions, or should I write
I got the
that down?
potions. He's got the feather and the daggers.
You do
got the
also
quiver.
find a stack of paper. It's like parchment paper, But
grab the
it's
paper.
about a quarter of the size of a normal sheet of parchment paper, and there's 10 sheets stacked on top of each other.
So it's like a deck.
Kind of. They're
Many
they're
different-
bigger than a deck of cards.
Oh,
They're bigger than a
many
card of
different
cards.
things?
I would say about half, like 8.5 by 11. They're
Okay.
about half that size. They're stacked on top of each other, and they have they don't feel like parchment. It almost feels leathery, but you can tell they're parchment paper. But they have a different feel to them. And you also find there are coin purses.
Did you find 2 stacks of that?
Just one.
Damn.
That's just potions
Oh.
and gold.
I'm just checking.
You do find coin pouches on the opposite wall. Like there are a few of them. There are more than a few of them. So you find about 6 coin pouches altogether. And I mean, these are like, I should say coin sacks. Like they are fairly large sacks of coins.
Write that down for Sinishi, because I'm not carrying all that shit.
Okay.
Maybe we can each take one.
Sure.
Or, well, there's probably more than that. But
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll take one, you take one, he takes one, and then Sinishi takes the other 3.
So 6 total, or like
1 of 6 coin sacks.
So, kind of in the middle of this, I take a look at the book to see if it's locked, if I can open it.
It is locked. There is a lock on the side that kind of goes up around the top.
I know I'm doing other things, but do I
Yeah.
notice him playing with the book?
I wouldn't say at this exact time
Okay.
since you are
Okay.
also searching. And you're just like looking at it, right? You're not actually. Are you messing with it or are you looking at it?
I was just looking to see if it's locked.
Okay, yep. There is a lock that kind of goes around with a small keyhole on the top, and then there is a silver inlaid Sahedron 7-pointed star on the top of it, but there's no other writing on the top.
Okay. I put it in my pocket, if I can fit it in the pocket.
Backpack.
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 Yeah.
I'm sorry. Couldn't
So
help
yeah, like Icky will snag the daggers and the feather and the sack. Sinishi, Icky calls Sinishi in. Sinishi's like
Oh yeah,
giving the manticore side eye.
Do we want to have her come in the vault and not guard the manticores at the whip?
Oh yeah, so Icky is like motion for her, like come here, like Sinishi, come here. It's like don't come in, just like come here, and then like just it's like here sacks and like tosses her the sacks.
Okay.
Is that everything? Did you see anything else?
I didn't see anything else.
I don't think so.
That was all you guys found with your rolls.
Jackson?
Is there anything that's worth investigating, like drawers or anything to look through?
You didn't see anything that resembled drawers.
What does that mean?
Geisen,
I think you know exactly what
let's
that
count our
means.
blessings. None of us dead.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'd be
Don't
happy just with the
investigate that
book.
book if we can avoid investigating it. You've got some spells already. Once we're out of here, if your curiosity, we'll
You
talk.
did tell me you'd help me open it.
Fair. I did say that.
Let's definitely get out of here first.
Yes, I agree.
All right. Icky heads over to the door where the guards are.
Hmm.
Once everybody else starts making their way over there, he'll go through.
Sinishi's gonna go last because of the whip, right?
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
I pause and I look back at the panicores and I message each one of them. Not that you've been very helpful or cooperative, however, I'm taking this whip with me when I go, so next time someone comes in, you won't see this whip. They won't have this whip again.
They both still see you.
Good luck. And off I walk.
Okay. So you guys head out, close the door behind you. The guard that had been suggested. Oh, are you guys? Are you folks done in there now? Have
Yes,
you gotten what you needed to get?
I believe so. I mean, I think I got everything they asked for.
Okay.
I hope so, because I really don't want to go back in there, you know what I mean?
I don't blame you. They spook me just being out here.
Did you guys want to see it in there one more time before I close?
I see in there far too often as it is.
Fair enough. Close it up.
All right. Well, give the marshal my best. Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
And then the other guard is just like looking at him. And you guys begin to head out, and as you close the door behind you, the other guy goes, "Did you fucking know them?" And then the door closes and you're out. And then you can hear a conversation happening behind you.
We should definitely go. Quickly. Mary, I think we've got everything we want. Did you want to come with us on the way out, or would you like to find your own way?
Well, if you know a quick way out.
A quick way, yes, but it's not very pleasant scented for a lady.
And then she whispers to the cat. She puts her ear down. You see the cat mouth right up to her ear. I think we'll be alright. We'll follow you, and then as soon as we're out, we part ways.
I'm good with that.
To the tunnels.
To the tunnel.
And then as you guys step out, so, did you guys end up getting the book? Did you get it? Are we good? Do we have what we need?
We need to go.
Is that a yes?
Yes, we need to go.
Okay, well then let's get the fuck out of here.
That's what I was saying.
And then as soon as he says that, before you even respond, he's already turning out and walking. Alright, so what are we doing?
Whispering to Fennec, have you ever seen a manticore? We should totally have let you see it.
Alright, well, before we head out, we should probably decide. I mean, we're going to keep dragging this Marshall everywhere. Do we want to leave him in the corner here? Do we want to bring him back to his bedroom?
Time is of the essence.
I mean,
I don't feel it. I know. But we've got so much already.
Nate, you roll this. Hold on with those.
Oh, yeah.
All of them. And then tell me what numbers you get.
Five, 8, 3, 5.
Jesus, I hope it's not a 5.
Okay.
Okay, it was a 5.
Mama Manticore oozes up through the floor.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
Icky, take the Marshall
Where am I taking him?
over your shoulder and carry him with. And then I give him expeditious. Is that what it's called?
the speed thing.
I give him the speed thing.
Okay. Okay. He takes the Marshal, heaves him over his feathered back, and it's like, so to the pipes,
tunnels.
quickly and
Yep,
quietly.
Yep. You find that you can
So
actually
as
go.
quickly and quietly as a large.
So are you going
bird-
quickly or are you going quietly?
Yes.
Fine, we're going quietly.
Alright. Hey, if you're going quietly, give me a stealth check, everybody. Icky with disadvantage. Everybody else, I say otherwise if you're going with speed, then you don't have to.
So we're doing stealth?
Right, Icky's surprisingly stealthful for being a big clumsy bird.
Yep.
Probably the roller
So-
skates.
Ice skates, thank you.
No, the big bird was for
Oh.
You have big guns on the roller skate.
it's with disadvantage?
Positive you're carrying a Marshall.
But alright, so 19, right? Right. 14, I'll take that.
That's
So
not
19 total.
19 total? Alright.
18. Oh,
Oh, right, Sinishi.
Yep.
14.
14, 19, 18.
18 and another 14.
Sinishi. 6.
6?
No.
Alright.
But that's okay. Our other really good stealth rogue friend is gonna make sure that her noises are covered, right?
Is that how stealth works? If I'm really
As-
quiet, that cancels out you being super noisy.
That's right. That's how it works with the group stealth check, right?
Alright. So, you make your way around the hall, back up to the stairs. I'm assuming you're going to continue all the way
Yeah.
down there.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so you go up the stairs.
Does anyone see Nate? Oh, there it is.
You head up the stairs, go down the hallway, and then as soon as everybody turns around the hallway, Sinishi, her axes that she's still holding in her hand scrapes against the wall, and then as soon as it does, everybody looks back at her because you're like, oh god, she made noise. And as you look back at her, you see the door at the west end of the hallway, you see a guard walking out of it.
The west end of the hallway? Okay, so
Down
right
here,
there.
there's a guard, and he closes the door behind him, and he looks up, and he sees the group of you moving. And he's like, he just stops, pauses for a second. Oi! Hey!
How many feet away is he?
As you turn the corner, 30?
I try to cast suggestion on him too.
Okay. It is a wisdom.
Yep, wisdom 15.
Pinch that honeycomb.
My fingers are all sticky.
I hate doing this, guys. My fingers, they're so sticky.
It's on my whiskey bowl.
That was a 1. So he fails.
Sweet. I suggest to him that. Well, I guess I don't know what
It says a couple of sentences.
limits are. I mean, could I suggest to him that everything's fine and he should just go back in the room he came from?
Absolutely.
I'll do that.
He goes, oi! Hey! And then turns around and opens the door. And as you open the door, as he opens the door, like you can see outlines of like there are a couple other people in the room. And he opens the door, he steps through, and you can hear some conversation. You hear like muffled words, and then as he closes the door behind you, you just hear, "Oh no, everything's fine." And then he closes the door.
Do we have any idea from the map or whatever what room that is?
Look at the map.
No, I refuse.
So
That is
That's
likely
the
the
hallway.
that room, or one of these two, the mess
Mess
hall,
hall.
or the one right below it.
as the second sentence, can I just suggest to him that he goes and gets something to eat?
So you're gonna say, "Don't worry, everything's fine. Go get something to eat."
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, as he closes the door, you hear, "Everything's fine. I'm fucking hungry." And then door closes behind him.
Dude, I'm so buying him the biggest fucking drink I can get.
Let's go.
Yeah. On we go.
All right. So you make your way down the hall, turn down, opening the door. I'm assuming
Yep.
to the cell block. Okay.
Yep.
Then you head in. One more with all of them.
Stop rolling fives.
So, 9, 5, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4.
That's nines. Did you roll a 10 last time? What'd you roll one of? I have no idea. I'm not paying attention.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
All right. So as you make your way into the prison.
Yep.
Great.
Nothing. I shut
Go.
the door. I shut the door behind us.
Okay.
Nope, I don't bother.
Okay.
I shut the door. I don't bother to lock it, and go over. Go open the gate. Strength check.
Yep. Strength check for jump.
11 plus Grilda.
Okay. She
yeah,
managed
18.
18.
Balls.
Okay, then she manages to she pulls up the grate and holds it up, allowing everybody to crawl down. Icky, give me a strength check.
I will assist him.
Fucking bull.
He's carrying somebody. You can't really assist him when he's carrying somebody down a ladder.
Splat.
7.
7? Alright, so Icky, you go down, you're grabbing with your claw and some of the oil that was sprayed on the hinges earlier to make them so they don't squeak.
Can I, while this is happening, can I use my mage hand to help a little bit? I know it only does 10 pounds, but it would possibly help hold the guy a little bit.
Not with a 7. I mean, you can help, but it's not going to make enough of a difference
Okay.
with a 7. So, the rungs are a little greasy, and you do slip, you fall, give me roll 1d8. 1d6, I'm sorry, 1d6. 2. You take 2 bludgeoning damage and fall prone and drop the marshal as he hits the ground and rolls away, and you hear a groan from him.
Okay.
And as you're doing this, the last of you come down. Relda comes down. She, I'm assuming, closes the gate.
I hope so.
On
Yes.
top of her. All right, and then as soon as the gate closes, you hear the door to the cell open,
Whew.
and you hear footsteps come in as you make your way. You are still laying on.
Mary's
top.
with
Like
us
you were-
now?
I
What's
am-
that? Mary
Mary's-
is down there with you.
Okay.
Yes.
That might be a problem.
Yep.
Icky gets up.
As Icky gets up, you hear. At the same time, you hear. Where the hell did she go? This door's open. And then you hear a bunch of chatter, and you two go. Let Finnison know something's happened. Check. Get the marshal up. And they spread out, and you hear footsteps running off.
Are we taking him or leaving him? We need to go now.
If we take him, there might be more of a reason for them to think that he has her. Yes or no?
It seems
What?
like a burden.
So I have the spell that I explained earlier. If I remember right, I can cast one once and this goes away.
You
right?
basically read it, you cast it, and then vanishes.
Should I
It
lock
crumbles.
the grate? Or should we just take our chances?
Does
and
the
do that
grate
later?
even have a lock on it, though?
Let's take
The
our chances.
arcane lock doesn't need an actual lock.
Yeah.
Let's take
It,
our
like,
chances,
locks
get to the
them.
horse, and get the hell out of here.
Okay.
The guy's coming too.
He's
I
awake
will
now.
knock him the fuck out again.
Good luck with that. That went well for me last time. I'm not doing it.
You're gonna attack him again?
I'll carry
Yeah, I'll
him.
knock him out again.
What?
I mean, he can't take it. He can't have healed up all those hit points.
Not all of them.
Unconscious damage, or less than lethal damage. A rubber bullet, whatever you fucking call it.
Non-lethal.
17 plus 4 is 21.
Okay, that hits.
Was he expecting it, or is this a surprise?
He's prone regardless. So
I hope this didn't kill him.
You can choose non-lethal.
Yeah, it is non-lethal, so he takes 10, 11, 14.
Wow.
you do knock him back unconscious
Excellent.
with that hit.
And you break his other nose.
But it does create a smack. He does grunt, and you hear, "What was that?" Your footsteps. Hey, what's down there?
Okay, so you're telling me we're in a pitch black tunnel, and he's saying what's down there.
Boy, he just heard noises you don't usually hear from a grate.
But there's water, running water. And that didn't
I don't
just-
think running water sounds like somebody being
Right,
knocked
but there's
unconscious.
running water, so there's some sound.
Well, it's also not
There's-
running. There's a little bit of
Okay.
a little bit of water. It's not like a river.
No, I'm not saying it's a river. I'm
I
saying
know,
there's
but that's not going to cover up.
some sound. That's what I'm asking.
There is not no sound
There's
yet.
no sound. Okay, there's no sound.
No, I said that there is some sound, but it is not enough to cover up nor mimic somebody being knocked unconscious.
Okay. I hold in place for a minute, see what happens. Holding
He also
very still.
holds very
Yep.
still.
How high is the ladder?
It was about 15, 20 feet.
Okay.
No, why don't you give me a hand with this? And let's get out of here. And they begin to lift it.
Yep, okay, so I'm moving forward quickly.
Do I have to bring this fucking guy?
No, fuck it. I mean, he's seen us, but if you want to drop him here for them to have someone to use to look for us,
Fine! He hauls him back over his shoulder.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Your speed is the fastest of all of us, plus 10, and then halved.
What if two people were to lift him together? Would that improve the speed at all?
It's less speed and more being quiet about it. Because if we're just like, if all of a sudden we start like trudging through here, then they're gonna. Oh,
Well,
they're coming anyway.
But the
whatever.
speeds
Yeah, they're
have
coming.
from carrying a body, so just wondering if two people are carrying a body. together.
But 2 people are carrying a body, so they would need to move together. But I think I would still, according to the rules, both of their speeds are still half. There's not like a quarter speeder.
Okay.
Well, I'll keep carrying him. Let's go.
All right. So as you move away, a torch does fall down.
Okay.
It illuminates the bottom. And
It doesn't go out in the water. There's gotta be a 10% chance it lands in the water.
I snuff out the torch with prestidigitation.
oh, okay.
Nicely played.
Nice. All right.
Nicely played.
You just hear a shit. I can't see anything. And then you continue down.
Continue. I'm letting these guys go first, and I've got my bow out. You know, kind of doing the rear guard thing.
Okay.
Just
You
to
make
get-
your way down the tunnel,
Yep.
and you end up coming to the other grate.
And Grelda will make short work of that, I hope. It's a 9 plus Grelda, so it's 16.
All right. Grelda opens it very easily. Again, being a dwarf, she's not holding it very high, so everybody has to duck down.
Okay.
Roll them all again for me, please.
Now that you... Oh, I'm sorry. The grate is open. What do you do?
I'm going out of the grate.
Yeah, I'm saying. Well,
What?
once I can, I will.
You're making your way basically back reverse of
Yep.
the way you came. All right. Hold on.
1. That's it.
Just a 1.
Just one.
I
The
rolled
rest,
10 dice with only one.
the rest of them just
Oh
roll off
my
this astral
Lord.
plane. All right, so 1, 6, 2, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0.
All right. I have that one back I just gave you.
Which one?
No, no, fuck it. I don't need it right now. All right. No. That's
When we're past wherever, can you explain to us what the hell this was all about?
Yep. I can explain to you. All right. So you move along. Everybody, give me a what was it? A dexterity check. Was it dex? Yes. Just a general dexterity check.
Icky 18.
Grelda 17.
Geisen 17.
Sanishi 3.
Ah!
God damn it, Stishi. I
Tarn
keep
an
thinking of Mel from Firefly being like, she makes things not be smooth.
Yes.
Seriously.
It's yeah.
That doesn't work. You're doing it wrong.
All right. Sanishi does. She's kind of in the middle of the pack. She does slip and literally like fall on the ground. She doesn't take any damage, but everybody's moving along and she has to get up and continue. So she is a little bit behind everybody. You do make it back to the woods.
Okay.
You hear commotion inside the fort.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. Like you can tell there's a lot going on, but
What's Fennec's friend's name?
Oh.
Dirinor.
Dirinor. Fennec, where's Dirinor? Find him. Get him. Let's go.
Well, he's waiting where you told him
Fantastic.
to wait.
To the horses.
He's waiting to make a distraction, though.
Was he waiting by himself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He was supposed to make noise if something happened, right?
So
Yep.
something's happening. So he's
Yep.
probably making
So-
noise.
As you go into the forest, Fennec kind of curls off to where you told him to wait, and as you move along, you can hear a very angelic voice loudly singing, and you also hear what sounds like, it almost sounds like a drum, but as you like, because Fennec is veering off, but it's not too far from the path you guys are taking, so you actually hear, along with the singing, you hear wooden spoons playing together.
How far is Fennec from me at this point? Has it already gone 120 feet?
No, it's probably like 15, 20 feet that way.
If you have to, lead them the other way, and then come back. We're heading straight home.
You use sending for that?
Are you sending for that
Oh, I'm sorry. Message.
message?
Yep.
You can respond to this message.
Yeah. Oh. All right. We'll meet you back on the road then.
Good luck. Wait, I can't. Well,
I mean, you could cast it.
Yeah, I can't trip it again.
Okay.
To the horses.
You hear, for another, like 30, 45 seconds, you hear, and you're able to make out some words. There's something about Dwarven Cave, and lots of gold, and the cave-in, and then you hear it cut off very quickly.
Wait, where did that come from?
That was
was
our
just
distraction.
his. Oh, okay.
That was in the direction Finnick was running, and you're assuming it was Deerenor trying to create a distraction. Successfully creating a distraction.
Those two got away from being inside before. I'm hoping they can get away from outside this time. We
Should be a lot easier.
It should be. Leave their horses where they were. Let's get the hell out of here.
Agreed.
Okay. Alright, you get on the horses, and you... Are you moving as quickly as you can?
As soon as we're on the horses, there's woods here, right? We can stay kind of somewhat hidden.
You can definitely not... You can go off of the main road, absolutely.
Let's keep the road in sight so that we don't lose our way, but go as quickly as we can through wood.
Safely.
Yeah.
Through the woods.
Alright, why don't we?
Why don't
Everybody
we?
give me a stealth check.
With horses?
Yep.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, if you said you're trying to go quickly and quietly.
Yes.
Well,
You're right.
Icky 23.
Nice! Stealth for her. Okay, so 16 for the Greldas and 20 for me.
3 for Sinishi.
my
oh
love of-
god, 16 for Geisen.
But there weren't any orcs. They're goblins. There weren't any goblins. I mean, what
Yeah.
you said there's goblins.
Everybody, like, is going really quiet, and you just hear Sinishi, like, she's kind of
Freaking
like,
goblins,
she's
goblins.
towards the back, she's like tapping her axes together. She's like, I would kill some goblins. I would kill some goblins. Like, she's doing it quietly, but there's
It's
still
fair.
noises as she's doing it. She's just like, she's twitching. She's so angry.
Goblins. What if they look like goblins?
You do continue forward.
Yes, we do.
Who is kind of leading you guys along? Like, who's in the front?
It wouldn't be Tarnan.
Icky.
Icky?
No.
Alright, for Icky, give me. Aye. Give me a nature check, actually.
Oh, claw.
You sure you don't want that
Nope.
to be a survival check?
That would be cool. I think we should do a survival check. I mean, wouldn't that be a survival? Because we're trying to survive right now, right?
Is that something I can help him with or not? Because it's not like he's not deciding to do the. Because I have a good nature.
Well, if he's helming it, he would be in choice. Actually, that's a good call. Survival to follow tracks, wild hunt game, guide your group through. Yep. So yes, give me a survival check.
Good thing. Good thing, too, because I rolled a 2, and my nature is a -1. However, my survival is +4, so 6.
6. All right. You do veer away, and then you're trying to keep the road in sight while also trying as quietly as you can to navigate. So you end up like you losing a lot of speed. You're going fairly slowly. You do, as you're moving, you're probably how far away from the road are you trying to stay?
I'd say we're probably trying to stay like 10 feet within the tree line. So
Just
it's
10 feet?
Yeah, 10, 15 feet.
Okay. You do hear horses coming down the road behind you. They're not in sight yet, but you can hear the hoofbeats of horses
So since
galloping.
I'm near the back, I'd hear that first.
Yes, whoever's towards the back, like you would all hear it at fairly the same amount of time. So unless you've said otherwise, you're not supremely
We
spread
should
out.
probably head further
Yeah.
in.
So you do hear, and there's a number of horses, and you can tell they're galloping.
Into the woods. Tarnan's best guess how long before they get to us, roughly. I mean,
5 minutes.
5
maybe
minutes.
10 at most.
Okay, so minutes.
Oh, they're not like on the road.
No, they're
next to
there. You
us.
hear them.
Because they're galloping, making a
Because
lot
they're
of
they're
noise.
not stealthing. Like you can. There's a number of horses running, like sprinting
Into the woods. Into the woods. Into the woods.
Into the woods.
into the woods.
Yep.
All right. You make your way further into the woods. You almost lose sight of the road, and then you kind of all stop. And as you stop, you see at least a dozen horses go by, ones and twos. They don't seem to slow down at all.
Icky, how confident in your abilities to travel without a road are you in keeping us in the right direction? Kyson, do you have anything for that? I mean, if this was a city, I'd have no problem keeping northwest, east.
I don't, but we do have somebody that can fly. Oh, well, I guess we have two. I have the owl, so if we ever lose sight of we just send somebody
Yeah,
up
no, I feel
road.
like I can keep us heading back to town. But yeah, like worst case scenario, either the owl or I can pop up to the top of the canopy and take a look around.
Then I will let you lead this, and I will stay in the back as a rear guard. I'll do my best to follow your tracks with a whole bunch of horses.
All right. You continue moving, trying to keep the road as inside as possible. You do twice more, going back and forth along the road. You do see and hear the horses. Mm-hmm. You do manage to be far enough in that they don't seem to slow down at your path at all. And with how slow you are traveling, I would say, how long do you want to continue like this for?
Until it starts getting dark.
It's been dark. You did this at night.
We did this early in the morning. It was dark, yes. So is it light now?
I would say it's probably only been
from
the time you went in and the time you came out. You were probably only in the fort for less than an hour altogether. So it's
probably close to sunset then.
No, it was. You guys waited till sunset before you started.
Right.
This
we were
process.
waiting to do it early in the morning.
It's probably not. I mean, I would say it's 10 at night.
Okay.
We didn't wait for it to be morning, like I had talked about.
I don't recall you saying to wait till morning to sneak in. I thought you waited until because you
Okay.
got to the.
It was a shift change we were waiting for.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, then I stand corrected. I will.
We can
Check
check
and
the
double check.
internet.
No, that's fine. In that case, then it is.
It should be about.
I misremembered.
If
then
you said we were inside for
waited,
2 hours, it should be about 5 or 6. No, because I said 4 or 5 or 3 or 4 is when we wanted to do it. So it'd be.
I would say it'd be about 5 then.
Okay, so it's about. 5.
It was about 5 when you got out and got on the horses.
Okay.
So, however long.
What time is sunup? Did you say about
7?
7. So for 2 hours, we're gonna be traveling along the sides of the road.
Okay.
Not on the road, I should say.
No, but on the side.
As light starts rising, I will catch up with the group and say we need to find a spot to bed down and hide off road to make sure things cool down.
Okay.
Works for me.
Okay, give me who's looking for this spot.
I can look. I have a good nature. Would that be nature?
I'd do survival with that one again.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
if you're looking for a good spot where you can like find a good flat spot where you can sleep and all that.
What do you got for survival? Icky will look. And Sanishi will help.
Meow meow.
No, because Sanishi's. This is a thinly veiled attempt for Sanishi to look around for any goblin tracks.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
You never know.
Because they could be
You never
here.
know.
And now it would be my turn to.
Okay, cool. 22.
22? Alright, after about 10 minutes of searching, Shinichi actually finds a relatively open spot. It is a little out of sight of, like, it's just over a crest, so it is a little out of sight of the road, but it is also fairly hidden. So you're able to bed down there.
Okay.
I think we should
Hey,
probably
Commander,
all.
we found a spot.
I think we should probably all go to sleep at the same time.
Yeah, what we should do is dig a little hole and all sleep in the hole and go to sleep at once.
Well, okay. In the meantime, what's going on with the? We're still carrying that dude around with us, right?
Oh yeah, he's got to be coming too. With his broke ass nose.
Yeah. Keep him bound. If he tries to make noise, knock him the fuck out again. Or you can start interrogating him. I mean, how far to this spot off the road? I mean, if normal voice conversation won't get to the road, then I don't have a problem with them talking to him.
It would be I mean, as long as As long as it's a quieter conversation, I think being that far from the road, you should be
You
fine.
still have his jaw shut, right?
I mean, it won't be. Well, you can still make quite a bit of noise with your jaw wired shut. You can't yell
You could
a lot.
suggest him to be more chatty, right? And like compliantly chatty.
I might
Oh,
be able
guys,
to,
did you see this yet?
but that would be the last of my higher level spell
Gotcha.
slots.
Gotcha.
I usually handle interrogation with a certain amount of finesse. At this point, I think I should keep an eye out for Fennec and
Dearnor.
Diranor. If we can get them to rejoin the group, that'd be all the better.
Well, it sounds like they're after possibly what we have already. The money that's in the fort, which we found a bunch of money in the fort. So I don't know if maybe there's more.
Alright, as you stop and you're kind of figuring out what you're gonna do, Mary gets off her horse. Thank you for this wonderful adventure. I don't want to be anywhere near, and she points to the marshal, this man for any longer than possible. I will bid you my adieu. I might suggest that you do the same. Considering Finazir can scry on people he knows, he will always be able to tell exactly where that man is at any given time. I don't want to be near him. I'm going this way. Goodbye. And then she turns and starts walking into the woods.
Thank
His
you
value
for
just became
all your
much
help.
less than it was.
She, the cat kind of waves its tail back and forth, and then she keeps walking until she disappears into the copse of trees.
So you probably can't scry a dead man. That's one option. Another option is we leave him here and we don't stay here and we go somewhere else.
Alright, let's do that. Let's push on. Leave him here. Unless you got a better suggestion.
I mean, it. Yeah. Should have left him back somewhere a long time ago.
Yep, I got greedy. This is on me. To that end, you guys may have a point, and I'll take that. Why don't you guys move on? I'll finish him off, and catch up
So-
with him.
Can't imagine Growth would be on board with that.
That's why I was telling you to go forward.
I mean, middle option, gag him.
He's already gagged.
No, we didn't gag him because he might not be able to breathe.
His chin was tied up.
I know, but that's
kinda-
not really gagged, right?
No, like his jaw is shoved tight.
All I can really do is this.
Whose phone is going on?
It wasn't mine.
Not mine.
It's probably yours.
Grelda's gonna yell at me. Uh-oh, is Grelda's gonna yell at me for trying to kill people. Right? Yep. Hi, Grelda!
Thought you were going to sleep.
Thought you weren't watching, Tammy.
Okay. Fine. We'll let him live. Just everyone start going. Just go.
All right, Icky mounts up. I was like, all right, let's go.
Okay, so you guys are gonna continue on. All right. Then since you're mounting back up and moving, whoever is leading, give me another survival check. And how long do you want to continue forward for?
Until Tarnan catches up.
Is Tarnan staying behind?
For a moment, I wake the motherfucker up
Okay.
and I threaten him. And I'm holding this note. Irving boys, send their regards. We got what we came for. We're not gonna mess with you. But if you mention any of us, I swear you'll wish we had killed you.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
I'll take the 13. 13 13's alright. I don't mind 13. What is it? What's you said this? The
Intimidation for tournament. Make sure you're looking at tournament.
Yeah.
Okay.
19.
19.
Yeah.
His eyes get really wide, and his hands bound or like what? Just so I know, so I can.
They are right now.
They are right now. Are they in front or behind? Just this is for my role
Probably
playing.
in front.
In front. He
Easier to carry that way.
His eyes go wide, and he looks at you, and he touches his fucked up nose. He runs his hand along his mouth. He touches his broken ribs, and he just nods his head. And then he just rolls over, closes his eyes, and he just rolls over.
Alright, I stealth off. Not in the direction everyone else traveled. And
Okay.
then do a loop around. And get back and go. So do I need a stealth?
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
With advantage, because he's not looking.
Just give me a straight stealth check in general.
Mother trucker. That's a whole 15.
15? Alright. You do manage to move pretty quietly through the forest.
Okay.
And then it takes you about, 15, 20 minutes to catch back up with everybody.
Okay. He lived. Stop laughing, stop smiling. You can see it from here. Stop saying I told you so. Stop sitting with your whiskey glass, sipping.
Your bourbon bowl.
Bourbon bowl, my bad. Yeah, I got it.
Alright, so you are all back together on horseback,
Yep.
moving forward. How long
Yep.
are you going to continue forward for?
Icky, how long are we moving forward for? Let me go take my lashings.
So we're coming up on daylight, right?
Oh, it is daylight.
Okay, all right. And so, but we wanted to find a place to bed down, but now we've left, dude.
Yep, now
so
we're going.
Yep. So we're just gonna keep pressing on, huh?
Yep.
Put a lot of distance between us and him, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Probably just keep moving until we either hear something or get to Sandpoint.
All right.
Well, it's like 2 days.
Yeah,
away
we're
now.
gonna-
I was going to say,
Somewhere.
if you guys are going to continue moving past about 8 o'clock, everybody's going to take a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
Because you have been
Okay,
out
let's
for
take a
over-
point of exhaustion and keep going until it's almost night time, and we'll just go to sleep early.
What's the point of exhaustion do?
It is disadvantage on all saving throws, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not that bad then, right?
Well,
That's the
unless,
first point
unless
of
we have
exhaustion.
an encounter of some kind.
The first point of exhaustion is disadvantage on all saving throws. The second point of exhaustion isn't that bad either.
Sucks.
It's the third point of exhaustion where shit starts to go downhill.
Let's
So are you going to continue moving until nighttime?
until close to nighttime. And then
Close to
find a
nighttime.
nice
All right.
spot.
Then Icky, give me one more survival check.
So much better.
You-
so much better.
You probably have
So
advantage
much better.
with
13.
Sneeshi though, right?
Oh yeah, well, if Sanishi helps, she's helpful.
Sure.
Sure, he says. She's helpful. So Sanishi drops down an 18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay. You do surprisingly manage to make half decent time. I mean, considering you're going slow through the woods, you make it about half the distance you would have normally traveled in that time. So the day and a half trip back to Sandpoint is a 3-day trip if you continue at the route at the rate you're at and don't run into any issues. So instead of being, we'll say, if you were to travel on the road, instead of being about here, you are actually somewhere more in this area.
Okay.
Again, you're trying to keep the road in sight. With that roll, you see dusk start to fall, and you do manage. Again, Sanishi being an idiot savant at this particular task, she does manage to find another perfectly over a crest, hidden, but yet still there's luscious grass and there's less trees. There's not a whole lot of roots. It's actually another very comfortable area, and everybody's slightly surprised. But she was able to find yet another one.
It sucks. There are no goblins here either.
Bringing that up, Sanishi, I gotta say I was quite impressed with your ability to stay on task. I want to say I'm proud. Good job.
We get to kill goblins now.
Absolutely. When we get back, listen. Let me say something. you did everything I asked, and you've been itching to go hunt down goblins. So I'll tell you what. Once we get this book back to where it's got to go in Sandpoint, we'll go spend a week hunting goblins. Anyone else who wants to chill out in Sandpoint is welcome to, but I feel I owe Shinichi a little bit of an opportunity.
Shinichi is much more excited than I personally have the energy to convey.
Okay.
Just one other.
But you better like keep your promise, yada yada. You're being held to this very firmly.
Tyson,
Oh.
run out.
Oh.
As night falls,
I don't imagine we'll be lighting a campfire here, will we?
Not if we can avoid it. Do you want it? Do you need it? I mean, Shinichi found us an excellent spot that we could probably have a small fire and not be noticed too much. You need light? Because there's still a coin that can be glowing.
How large of a fire do I need?
the smaller, the more time it would take.
And remind me what this area is like. Is there any like good cover around us?
Where you're at right now, I would say think of being like 150 to 200 feet away from the road, and kind of there's hills and then it goes up over a hill and you're kind of on the other side of that. So there is a little bit of cover between. If you were to stand up, let me rephrase that. If you were to stand up, you would be able to see the road over the top of it, but you could stand up and somebody from the road wouldn't be able to see the top of your head. That's about how high the crest is.
We've stayed close enough to the road that if two riders had gone past, we would have noticed it.
You would have, if somebody was if somebody was riding at a decent speed. As for if somebody was just slowly walking along, that
probably not.
You'd probably you're far enough away, moving through the trees. I can't you wouldn't be able to there's a person and there's another person walking, but you would be able to hear galloping.
Okay. I really don't want to leave Fennec and his buddy out there.
It's entirely possible they've gotten back before us.
Fair enough.
I don't think that we have a choice, really. We need to just keep pressing on. And if they can't reconnect with us,
Well, we'll meet them in Sandpoint then.
If they've run afoul of something, I don't know that we have the resources to rescue them, assuming they're rescuable. Icky's starting to get serious and dark because it's been a while since he's had a drink.
Well, why didn't you just say something, silly bird? I always got a little bit of something for a celebration, like pulling off a plan and turning and actually getting a plan right like usual.
Bird will have drink.
There you go.
Bird has drink!
All right. So, are you spending the night?
Yes,
Are you
we're
actually
spending-
doing a full night's sleep?
We're doing full night's rest.
All right.
Unless someone complains.
Is everybody sleeping together? or are you posting
I'll take
Well,
the
I
first.
don't know him well enough to do that. I mean, just
cuddling for
how would that
warmth?
work with a bird?
I'm gonna
I can take the first watch.
Alright.
Okay.
All right.
I'll
So
take third watch
there's
then.
going to be 3 watches.
I'll take third.
Are you going to
I'll
just
take second.
one? All right. Give me a perception check for you. Each of you. Well, hold on. You give me a perception first.
Bird has drink. Here, for those of you who didn't see it.
Honestly, that's what I was thinking. I could see. I
Really?
could see him dude.
Perfect.
Gyson's bourbon bowl, just Icky dunking his beak in it.
Yep, that's perfect.
Just over his shoulders.
Yep, Gyson going like this. All right. So
20.
20. All right. As you are as you are watching for those couple hours, you do hear hoofbeats relatively far off. You hear them getting louder and then quieter again. And that's the extent of your...
So once they've gotten quieter again, I believe I have...
I slept first, right?
Yes, first watch, second watch, third watch.
So I get a full night's rest?
Everybody, at the end of this, everybody will get a full night's sleep, yes.
Is happy.
So other than a torch, would I have anything like in a pack or whatever that I'd be able to light on fire?
You have like a flint and steel. I think that's part of your... You would have to find something to burn. But you do have that.
What do you need? Dude, you came through.
Everybody's also asleep.
Yeah, you're sleeping.
Everybody's sleeping. He's up by himself.
Never mind. I won't help you.
So I can, with prestidigitation, it's always so hard to say.
That's your what, where?
I can clean an object no larger than 1 cubic feet. Could I use that to, like, dig sort of an impression in the ground?
No, because there is actually a move earth spell.
Okay.
That's not really cleaning.
I mean,
You can. I mean,
Cleaning
you can
dirt.
dig. You have hands. If you want to dig a small hole, you can do that.
You've got a bowl.
You do have a bourbon bowl.
would I
Remember,
have
it's
a
not really a bowl, it's a
shovel?
shot glass.
I wouldn't say a shovel, but you've got your staff. You've got a dagger, I believe. Like you have implements. You're doing like a 2 to 3 hour watch by yourself. You have time if you want to dig a small indent in the ground.
I dig a small hole that I can put the bottom of the torch in, so it's just the part that lights on fire. That's kind of
Okay, I would say. I mean, a torch would probably be about that tall. I would say take you a good half hour to dig the depth you want.
Okay, so
With
it's
the tools you have because you don't have an actual shovel. I'd say about a half hour.
so it's mostly kind of hidden. in the
It
ground.
is fairly hidden. Yeah.
And then I get pretty close to it so that I'm between. I do this kind of at the outside of the camp, and so that I'm between the road and the fire.
Okay.
And then I use prestidigitation to light it,
Okay.
and then I do my thing until my watch is over.
Okay. You
He likes to masturbate.
you pull up your
don't
you,
wanna know.
you pull up your hood over your head. Lean over. You stay in that position for the better part of 2 hours.
Inhale the flame. Then I thought you were weird.
And then your watch begins to come to an end.
And
And
now
then
this
I
watch
snuff
is
the torch out and go back to the camp.
Okay. Put it back on, put your hood back down, and then you wake up Icky for his...
Ka-claw!
12.
12?
My accidental roll was far better.
I like your accident a little better.
And that is 2 days. You sit up. You do see a hole dug in the ground with a torch, burned out torch, sitting in it at the edge of the camp. You also do hear hoofbeats farther off than what Geisen did. Still back the way you came.
Do I have any rough notion of how many horses it might be?
Not
or
with
is it
that
just
distance.
indistinct,
It's
or-
too far to really be able to distinct.
Okay.
You're guessing it's more than one, but you can't tell if it's 2 or 20. It's just you can tell it is like it's pretty far away. It's not, and it comes towards you and then goes away.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there
While
anything
I'm,
else you would like to do?
I was gonna can I? Do I have enough time to percept at these 2 daggers and the tightly wrapped?
You have 3 hours and it is if you sit with each item for an hour. So you can do 3 items. Which ones are they?
There were the 2 daggers with winged carvings and opals in them.
Okay.
And the tightly wrapped white feather with the golden stem.
2. Okay. That's what you find.
Thank you.
Or that's what you were able to discern about them. Alright, while he's reading those, I do want to say, even with what happened at the end, that went way better than I thought it was going to for you guys. I'll be honest.
I want to say,
Even with that part at the end, like
totally
that went way
expected that.
better than I
That was
ever
almost
expected
perfect.
it to.
yeah, totally expected that. We've really come together as a team over this last week, and with all the minor errors we had there, I'm sure we can work that out, and next time be flawless, and the DM will just hate us for here on out.
I don't hate. I
Totally BSing right now.
no. If I wouldn't like. I don't hate that it went as well as it did. I think it's amazing that you guys came up with what you did. I'm surprised that it took till the end for shit to go south. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, every time you had me roll, like, I was like, here's another,
For a long time.
roll them all.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
All right, so you.
Yeah, so
Okay, so then your watch. Anything else? You have about another half hour.
no.
Okay. So then you wake, turn it up.
And now your watch is ended.
Your watch has
Do you like stabby things?
I of course like stabby things.
You have any interest in those?
What do I do with these? Tell me about them.
Well, they're magical daggers that you can throw them at
You have
people.
a +1 bonus to attack and damage. Very, very nice. These are very nice daggers.
Mhm.
You know what? This is very kind of you. If I decide to keep them, I will give them a name, as Grilda has told me. I must name my weapons. And to keep with your sense of humor, I will name them Kindness. Now I can kill our enemies with kindness.
Good. I'm so glad to hear.
The DM just died.
All right. It
Yeah,
only
like
took
the,
3 hours.
Bit at the bottom is the fun piece.
Okay, so this is whoa!
Right?
Whoa. Yeah, whoa.
Dude, I'm killing things with kindness for a long time from
You're
here
right,
on out.
yeah.
I think kindness is the way to go.
Kindness keeps coming back to you. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Well played.
All right. Well then, Tarnan, give me a your perception check.
I'm too busy.
You already rolled.
I hit the tree. It comes back. I hit the tree. It comes back.
No, it did. It was.
Shut up! It was a. You died.
The DM never. God never dies.
Really? It looked like you did.
What am I rolling for?
Perception.
I perceptipate at the 17.
17. All right. You are undisturbed. You don't hear hoofbeats.
I would like to look at a few things.
Okay. You have 3 hours.
First hour, quiver of light red bolts.
All right.
Second hour, 2 potions, which are both reddish yellow and liquid from the vault.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bother to count the coins in the sack that I have.
Well, these are those 2.
Pardon. Garcias.
All right. And the coins,
Balls.
since it was doubled, you found
1 silver.
6,000 gold coins.
Between. So.
It was only supposed to be 3.
a grand per sack,
Like-
huh?
Wow.
Holy
So-
shit.
So the
So my
feather.
one bag has got 1,000.
Each of the 6 bags has mixed between gold and silver
Okay,
and random platinums, but each bag contains 1,000 gold.
Wow. So that feather that I found.
All right, hold on before.
Oh.
All right, so your watch ends, and then I figure that is a good place to stop for the night before
Fine.
we pick up and move back to
Uh-huh.
Sandpoint.